What's going on, y'all? It's your boy BDaMan of the Bad Boys Podcast. We here with episode 8, and we talking everything WrestleMania, man. It's been a wild build and very unorthodox. You know, I had to bring the boys as usual. Got Mike Beasley in the house. Got my boy Thornton Talks Wrestling, T Talks Wrestling, our Thornton Park Podcast in the house. And with the face reveal, the bro Unc Remy in the house. Evil Kermit himself revealed.
Yes.
How you feeling, y'all? How you feeling?
Whew, man, it's been a week.
Yeah.
It's been a really
It's been a
Week.
couple weeks and it's been a mess of a couple weeks.
we a week away from
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Good golly, Miss Molly.
Don't feel like it.
Yeah, I was just saying it does not
It
feel
it
like
it it, it, it,
It's
it
looking
feels
it's looking rough.
Yep.
it is feeling
yeah.
underwhelming to say the least.
We legit have starting this past Friday, we got every single day for the next 2 or 3 weeks with something going on
Yup.
wrestling
Yeah.
wise.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been rough. Uh, and there's been some good, but there's only been probably two, maybe 2.5 matches that I think that I've enjoyed the build for,
Mhm.
if that, and we got a lot to talk about.
There's probably three for me that I'm actually genuinely excited about.
Yeah, I'd say 2 or 3. I'd have to kind of
Yep.
look at the card again, but for sure 2, maybe 3.
It it don't feel like Mania season, y'all.
It don't.
No.
And it wasn't feeling that much like Mania season 2 weeks ago, and it's honestly gone downhill since then.
Oh, it's went full blown off the rails
Yeah,
since
yeah.
since then.
Like
So
we was kind of feeling WrestleMania 2 weeks ago, and then WWE
it's
just let
it's
uh,
WrestleMania, It's,
right.
as a wrestling fan, it is the most exciting time of the year. It's the biggest show of the year. It's our Super
Supposed
Bowl, our
Yes,
World Series.
yes, and it
It,
don't
Yeah.
feel
it's
like
our
we are.
it's
It don't feel like we have a reason to be invested in some of the biggest matches they have, and they
yes,
Yeah.
made it this
the
way.
yeah. So, um, uh, you guys want to go and talk about the card? Make some predictions. Some things we think are going
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
run
let's
through
All
the
start
right,
with the
all right.
card.
predictions.
All
Yeah.
right. So over the past week, they did reveal the show brackets for each show, so they can let you know what matches are on each show. So for night one, the way they're doing it is the first hour of each night is going to air live on ESPN 2. So night one is kicking off with a 6-man tag match between the new World Tag Team Champions, Logan Paul and Austin Theory, teaming up with I Show Speed
Ugh.
to face the
Whack.
Usos and LA Knight.
Whack.
Whack. Yes. See, I've trained you well, Padawan.
You
Whack.
guys.
Whack.
It Again, if you want further proof that tag team wrestling is dead in the WWE, look at who the champions are for each division. Nobody is safe. R-Truth and Damian Priest are the WWE Tag Team Champions on SmackDown.
Uh-huh.
Logan Paul and Austin Theory are the World Tag Team Champions on Raw.
Uh-huh.
Nia Jax and Lash Legend are the Women's Tag Team Champions.
Hey, we don't
That one I'm
We'll
okay
get
with.
into that.
we don't slander
We'll
them.
get into that.
Their match
And I don't
is
have anything against him, but we'll get into that.
their
My
match is
point is,
better than the one with I Show Speed in it. Watch. And
point,
that's
point
and that
here's the thing. I don't mind I Show Speed. Again, one of my favorite moments last year was watching him get killed at the Royal Rumble. It was fun.
Yeah.
But he's an internet streamer, and it's cool to have those guys in there. But my whole issue with I Show Speed is just a WWE issue across the board. It's the celebrity fatigue.
yes.
Yes.
Especially
We
this
got Lil
year.
Yachty out here being Trick Williams hype man, which
Right, which
on its
who
own is not
needs
a problem.
hold on. Why does
But
Trick Williams
when
need a hype man?
Well, he
Why
was.
does
The
Williams
crazy part
need a
is
hype man?
Trick Williams
He
used
don't
to
need one.
be a hype man.
Yes,
Yeah, that's the greatest irony in it.
right. But the
A
thing
former hype
is,
man needing a hype man.
right. But the thing is, he don't need one. If I could understand
No.
if he couldn't do it, but every time he get out there on that mic, he kills it. He kills
Yeah,
it. Why does he
Yeah.
need
Trick doesn't need a hype man. And if they were going to give him a
Trick,
rapper, they should have gave him a better rapper than Little Yachty
yes,
of
Exactly.
all people
yes.
to be his.
personally, I don't have anything against Lil Yachty. Like he came in that freshman XL, that double XL freshman class that honestly everybody was ridiculing when they were making their big debuts and coming up. You know, with him and Kodak Black and Uzi Vert and all them other clowns and Lil Dicky. But it's just like he doesn't need Yachty, but Yachty's of all the celebrities that have been popping up on this show, Yachty's probably the least offensive.
If you say so.
Except for him yelling out "what" during Trick's entrance.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't
I'm
mind him
tired of
all
yes.
that
that.
much. But back to the 6-man tags. You got the Usos and LA Knight against the Vision and IShow Speed. Um,
Now to
I
be
don't see
fair,
how this is not a win for the Usos and LA Knight.
I don't
With
see it
they
how
could
he
the story is IShow Speed has been inadvertently getting involved into their shit, and the Usos been trying to put their hands on him as a result because he cost them the tag titles.
Yep.
He accidentally beamed LA Knight with the brass knuckles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's taking a beating next
Now
Saturday.
to be fair, LA Knight did get his run back and put that man through his own monitors.
Yeah, that was good.
True.
That was hilarious.
If
yeah,
And
anybody
but
knows how to do a home invasion, LA Knight pulls off at least one a year.
now,
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all would stop messing with the man, he wouldn't need. See, that's why I like LA Knight because he embodies how I feel. When you mess with me enough, I will pull up. I
Yeah.
will pull up to your
Facts.
house. I don't care if I got to get on a plane. I'm at the airport with the luggage. We going.
He
that's
said,
what I'm
"Yeah,
saying.
I'll
That's what
pay
I'm
the
saying.
plane
As
ticket to
Nick
run
Crit.
that, baby."
Crim GK.
But I have to give the writing team credit as to how they incorporated I Show Speed into this because I'm pretty sure this was Bronson Reed's spot.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
For them to pivot like this, it's not the worst pivot they could have done. That's why I say
It
Lil Yachty being the least offensive. Yeah, sure, I give that to I Show Speed because at least that makes sense of them putting him in this. They at least made it make sense anyway. They even used
okay.
Dan House to make it make sense. He cursed him,
True.
and ever since then
That's a good
he
point.
ain't caught no breaks. So I'm like, cool. That makes that gives credence to the curse. It puts our show speed in a position he never wanted to be in, and it puts a third. It gives them somebody. It makes
It
more
gives us something we want to see, which is
right.
I Show Speed getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
And I
it
do.
makes more
Okay.
sense
Actual
for
Speed has
Yachty.
consistently been on Raw, so it's not like they're not trying to further the story week by week with Actual
Yeah,
Speed.
And he's
And
not
it's
being
I
kind of
think
funny because you can
the
see in his face that he really doesn't want to do this.
right.
So
Yeah.
He
it adds
he
some of that comedy element to it.
he's not being
yeah.
annoying with
I
either.
I
You see what
think
I'm saying?
the probably the biggest issue with that match is we've been watching the Usos beef with the Vision for about what almost 8 or 9 months now.
Yes.
And same with
If
LA Knight. Like
if
LA
nothing
Knight has
else,
been in this thing.
yeah, if nothing else, the saving grace is I pray to God this is it after him.
Oh, it
Because
better be.
I hope so too. That's the only thing. That's
dog,
the only problem I have with this match is this feud needs to end with this match. It should have ended months
it's been
ago.
going
If
on
y'all keep
too.
holding on to this, so sure, whatever. But get
It's been
this
going
over
on
with.
for too long.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
but
So I got LA and the Usos taking the dub, with I Show Speed taking the pinfall.
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree with that. That's one of the more
All
obvious
right.
predictions I feel like.
Right.
yeah,
for this
All
I've
right.
got the Usos
So
taking the win as well, but I got Theory taking the pinfall though.
I mean, I would love that. I would
Oh,
love that. That is my
all of
dream
us,
scenario
all of us,
right
Joe would
there.
want that.
oh,
Oh yeah, Joseph Bain
Joe,
did
I'm
his feet.
sorry, dog.
No, don't apologize.
No,
Whack
yeah,
ass
I'm
dude,
doing Remy.
whack ass dude he been supporting. No,
Yeah,
no apologies. No, No apologies, no tears,
I'm
no
the one theory
apologies.
fan in here. Okay, I like the guy. He's miscast as fuck, but all right.
And I forgive him.
Um, so we all in accordance that we got Usos taking that dub. Usos and LA Knight taking that dub.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
All
my
right,
pick.
so the second the second match they're gonna put up in that hour is gonna be it's an unsanctioned match between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu.
Mm.
So this is actually really interesting.
I'm excited for this. I want
Yeah, me too.
I
them
am
go.
too.
I
I
mean,
am too.
we've been seeing them go at it, but I'm tired of the commercial breaks. No, give me a whole match where they just throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at each other. I'm tired of
I do think
fights.
it's an odd choice to put them that early on. Like that would probably be a middle of the show match for me.
Yeah.
True, I
But
agree with that. But hey, they try. I think they trying to spice it up a little bit because it's here.
actually, now that I think about it, they might kick off the show with that match because I doubt it. We
No, I think
it's
that
probably
is
going
the
to get like
kickoff match. I do think that is the kickoff
it's
match.
yeah, it's probably going to be like 15, 20, maybe 25 minutes. I
I
mean,
think
It's
their
their
and
goal.
goal.
unsanctioned is basically a hardcore match without a waiver
Yeah.
with a waiver
Right.
I'm pretty
Exactly.
sure the goal with them putting it on early is because it's going to be available on
on ESPN.
ESPN, plus or not
They're
plus.
trying to they're trying to convert people to
Yeah, they
subscribe to.
want
They're
people
going to
to
be like,
subscribe in the middle of it.
we're putting on this part on ESPN.
Mhm.
Subscribe to ESPN, pay us more money. You can watch the rest of the show there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
Oh,
like they
definitely.
starting off with the unsanctioned match, and then the second match is gonna be the 6 man tag.
That okay. That makes a lot more sense than what I was
Okay.
talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Anyways, I do like the build they've done with Jacob and Drew. Like Drew McIntyre has been firing on all cylinders for the last several years. He's one of the best heels in the business, bar none.
All crying.
mhm.
His story of his self sabotage and just taking his shit out on everybody, has made a lot of sense. And he been fucking with Jacob Fatu for months.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
I
but
I
what's pissing me off about this feud is they keep bringing up the fact that Jacob was attacked. They haven't
Yeah.
answered the question yet. They literally just brought it
Exactly.
up again Friday. And of all people to
be,
bring it up, why is Solo bringing it up? Like, look here, bro.
because
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, Remy. I'll tell you exactly why they keep bringing that shit up. Because Drew wasn't the one who attacked him.
Well, I figured that. I didn't think. I never thought Drew attacked him.
It's either Cody or Randy Orton, and more than likely, it's probably Randy Orton
That attack Jacob.
That's what. At least that's
that
what
attacked Jacob.
they gonna say it is.
Mind
I
you, Orton wasn't seen. Orton wasn't seen throughout most of that period as well.
right.
Yeah.
Right. And that
So
that
nobody
that
saw him do it.
that was my theory, but now with Solo
Yours too.
getting back involved, I'm like, is it gonna end up being fucking Solo? Like, that's my
No,
Right.
worry.
Right.
no, they're not running back Jacob and Solo. Jacob and Solo had one of the worst matches of the year last year at SummerSlam. We're not doing that again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope to God not.
Kayla says hi, everyone.
Jacob has moved
Tell them
far
to.
beyond the MFTs and all their bullshit.
I hope so.
Who
We don't
I'm
need that food
thanking
again.
God they don't have a match at WrestleMania. Like
Man, oh my
let
I
God.
think
them let them and
the
the Wyatts
interaction with
fix that
Solo and Jacob, I think, was more to further the
the
Solo and
Solo and
Tama
Thomas
Tonga
story.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, which
that's what I was kind of thinking.
I feel as though leave Jacob alone. Y'all. This whole thing with y'all is whack anyway. So leave him out of this.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
So as
I have
for the
Jacob winning.
match, I have Jacob Fatu winning as well.
Yep, me
uh-huh.
too.
I have Jacob winning. In fact, I have Jacob winning, and I have him challenging for the WWE Championship at some point between now and SummerSlam.
Yep.
I agree. Cause here's the thing. Say what you will about Drew, he hasn't pulled off the big win. The only big win he pulled off was getting the title on SmackDown. But at pay-per-views, like these
I
matches here,
mean,
he hasn't pulled off the big
Drew
one.
has won. He's won at the last two WrestleManias.
He
Like at
has.
WrestleMania 40, he beat Seth Rollins for the world title. Granted,
You
CM
got
Punk
Kenneth Shin.
he
Yeah.
got cashed in on, but he also beat Damian Priest in the street fight last year. So Drew's
Oh
got a
yeah.
couple of dubs in the last couple manias, and this is an opportunity to elevate Jacob Fatu.
Right.
Yeah.
Big time.
Drew's gonna be fine. He'll bounce back.
Right.
I think
But
Drew is gonna win. He's gonna win the big one, like the big championship again later on down the road.
I don't
I
think
think
so.
that
yeah,
Drew is really falling victim to a lot of other storylines that were already planned,
Mhm.
but you
Right.
can't help but have him at the top of the card. Like that's where he needs
you
to be.
you you need him at the top of the card. Like
Yeah,
he's the most
absolutely.
effective heel.
But he's
Yeah.
just falling victim to there were so many other stories, and they've had this plan probably since last year already that Drew
It's
just
it's a
wasn't fully
problem.
involved with.
It's a problem that bothers me about Drew McIntyre's booking because he obviously looks, sounds, acts, wrestles, performs like a top guy, but I don't feel he is booked like one. I feel like he's
No,
No,
booked like an upper mid carder that they
yes,
Yeah.
occasionally slot in a main event storyline than a
great.
main event guy who the show is focused on.
And as an effective heel, he should as a he's been there. He should be at the top of the card. Instead, they got him feuding with mid carders. Now, this whole feud with Jacob and the feud with Cody, that's that's been better for him the last 6 months or
Mm.
so. But before that, they wasn't doing that with him enough.
no,
Yeah,
No,
the
not
the
at
feud
all.
with him and Cody had beat him like what twice, almost three times before he finally dropped the belt to him in the three stages of hell match, and it clearly made he was the transitional champion until they decided what they were going to do with Cody at Mania.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
Like
yeah. To me, Drew's booking is more and more making me believe what I heard about the whole situation of them trying to keep Cody and Roman separated at this year's Mania.
Yeah,
yeah, I did hear some rumors that Hunter was thinking about doing Cody Roman 3, which at this point I am convinced did not happen, and thank God it didn't. It did not happen because neither Cody nor Roman wanted to lose the match. And
right,
why the fuck would they?
right.
Right.
Those are your top two acts in the company. I get trying to do a huge match like that, but it's too soon. Like given what we got from them, you had two WrestleMania main events off of Cody and Roman. Cody finished the story. It's only been 2 years, and Cody has barely scratched the surface on what he can do as a top guy, which we'll get into that in a minute. It's way too soon to go back to that match,
Yep.
which is probably the most lucrative match they've had in the last 5 years.
Yep.
And if
So I
anything,
would I would come back.
assuming they still have WrestleMania over there with everything going on, Cody
Which
Roman,
is strong.
yeah,
Yeah,
Cody
it's in
Roman
it's
in
in the air.
Saudi would be money, especially for Saudi.
Yeah,
It's in the air. But yeah, I got Jacob. It's gonna be one hell of a fight, because Jacob Fatu is a great performer. Drew McIntyre's a great performer. They've got a good story. Drew's been beating the shit out of he beat the shit out of Jacob on SmackDown this past week.
yeah.
Unfortunately,
So
yes.
I got Jacob getting his revenge and taking the dub.
Yeah, I got
Yep.
I got
That's what I
Jacob
got.
on
I
this
got
one.
Jacob winning.
All right, good, good, good. Next up has been a match that I think has had a sleeper. Has been people have been sleeping on as far as the build up until some fucking head collisions went on this past Monday. We got Stephanie McCurd defending the Women's World Championship against Liv Morgan. Liv won the Royal Rumble and then chose Stephanie, and it has been on site ever since.
And honestly, Liv still ain't made up for that promo where Stephanie cussed her out in her native language and made her cry.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I
Liv is
agree.
not made up for that.
Hey,
Liv
she
is not
talked. She
cut
talked
nothing.
about her. She talked about her mother, bruh.
She tried,
Stephanie said, "You want to
and
talk
it's
about
still,
my mama? I'm gonna put."
and she still ain't came hard enough. Cause here's the thing:
She
you can
hasn't.
talk about Steph's mama all day, you still didn't make her cry.
Of course not. You made her angry. Did you see what she did to her on Monday?
I,
Yes.
you can make her angry, but you didn't make her cry.
She gave her a second head.
I saw that. I saw that night. I saw that night. Kayla Rose was showing me the picture that
Oh,
night.
I'm over here like,
I was like,
golly.
Yeah.
I was
Like
like, we gonna call that
the
Viv. That's her twist. That's
the
her twist.
vision,
Viv.
the sound of Liv Morgan and Roxanne
Yes.
Perez's skulls cracking. Roxanne has just been back on TV for a week, and it was nasty.
And already she might be out again because
Her the report
that
has
was
it. The
hilarious.
report from PW Insider and Sean Ross Sapp and other people was like, Liv and Roxanne were in concussion protocol after that segment, as they should be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
should. That was nasty. I replayed it
But
back like
Liv has
five
been
I'm
times.
telling you,
Liv and Roxanne have both been posting on social media
yeah,
like they're perfectly fine. Liv was
if
at Coachella
if
Over the
this
weekend,
past week,
yeah.
so she
Yep.
yeah
if
her
Liv
and
was
her and I
smart,
love that her and Raquel Rodriguez. I love that they're still friends with JoJo Overman.
Me
Yeah, me
too.
too.
Like
Yeah.
I'm glad JoJo's able to still have fun, given what's
Yeah,
happened to her in recent
yeah.
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
But you know what?
So
If
it's
Liv
nice
was
to see
smart,
her.
she could draw a smiley face on the lump. Y'all don't see the vision, man. Like
Even
you
with
I
think I'm
her,
do
you
crazy?
because
can't
I
be
s-
You
I
think
trusted.
saw a picture of
you
that on
think I'm
Twitter, so
crazy?
I saw the
You think
vision.
I'm crazy? Like, I'll show you how crazy I am. I'll show you. This don't mean nothing to me. Put a smiley face on there and go out there and cut another
You
promo.
can't be trusted, Evil Kermit.
I
But
never,
yeah, so
I never said I
this
couldn't.
is they've it's been on site. Stephanie has been getting in her ass. Like first she got at her, physically, and then she got at her, aggressively. Um, the sad thing about it is I think that Liv is winning the championship.
I think so too, and I
I've
don't
got
like
the
it.
care.
And I
I've got the
feel
I'm
care.
bad.
50-50, honestly.
I would
Like it
love it
can go either way, but I'm leaning more towards Liv Morgan
the way
just
this feud
because
is going.
I
Yeah,
think Liv is gonna take the title and do some more with the Judgment Day. That, and as much as I love Stephanie McCur, her booking as champion has been horrendous.
whack,
No, it has.
Yeah, it's
And
been
it's not
She's
her
so
whack.
defended
fault.
the
weird.
title 6 times. 4 of them have been against Raquel Rodriguez. 2 of them have been. I'm sorry. She's defended the title 5 times. 4 of them have been against Raquel Rodriguez. 2 of them have been against Nikki Bella. That is a roster that had Rhea Ripley and Io Sky on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
what happened to that feud with her and Raquel? They scrapped it for Mania.
it almost
And I
makes
don't,
me
I don't know
wonder.
about that. No, Stephanie has beaten Raquel like 3 times. Like that. There's no feud to have.
There was a feud.
She's beaten her. How many more times is she gonna whoop the girl ass?
Whip her some
How many
more.
more
I don't
street
care.
fights does she got to beat her in?
Look here. You jump me while I got a boot on my foot. We fighting. We fight
And
till the
she beat
time.
her in a street fight.
And we fighting some
Like
more.
I mean,
she beat
I
her in a
see,
street fight, and then
See,
she beat her
see,
again a couple
but
weeks later.
see,
Like it's
I
it's a
see what
wrap.
see,
Remy's saying
see,
though. Like
see,
we should have gotten an extended feud from that. I think that's
see,
what Remy's
see,
saying.
you don't have any hatred in your heart. And I respect that.
I I I beg to differ, but
You don't. Okay, I'll say it a
I
different
beg to
way.
differ. I
You don't
just
have enough.
choose
You
who.
don't have enough hate in your heart. I'll say that. But I respect that. Not everybody can hold grudges like I can. I see that. I
Okay,
understand it.
fair
I'm a
fair enough.
Virgo. I'm a
I'm just
Virgo.
saying, she's
We,
beaten the
we,
girl twice within the
we see,
last 2 months. I don't really know what you do after that. Like,
you beat
because
us some
if
more.
somebody beat, let me put it to you this way: if somebody beats my ass 2 times back to back, or maybe even 3 times back to back, something's gonna tell me, you know what? Hey, buddy,
All
you
right,
might not want these lumps anymore.
all
Clearly,
right,
they
all right,
got it.
all right. Then explain EO Sky. How
What
come
do you mean?
Raquel been bullying her for years? EO Sky has
Io
caught
Sky
more
has
300 bombs than anybody else on the main roster to date.
That is
Prove me
Io
true.
wrong.
Sky
Data
has,
is
which one of them
there.
has won the world title?
Yo,
Io got bigger fish to fry. Io's beef ain't even with Raquel. Her beef is with Asuka.
uh, which don't get me started on the fact that that's
Raquel only beat her because Asuka interfered. Io's beef is not with Raquel. Io's
so,
beef is with
so,
Asuka
so why was Raquel beating her ass last week?
because Asuka interfered, sir. You
Hey,
only gotta watch the
look here,
first match.
look here, look here, look
What
here,
is going
look here.
on?
They don't even need a good excuse to have Raquel bully EO in the ring.
They don't have one.
They-
Raquel is like 5'9". Io is like 5'2". Like you put them in a room together, you could hollow out Raquel and put like 2 Io Skies in
yeah,
there. Like
yes, and it's rude, and it's rude. But guess what? But guess what? They still they keep doing it. Why? Why?
Look. I
Why?
know we all want Raquel to be a big player in that division. At this
I
point,
mean,
I've accepted that it's just not meant to be.
I'm not mad. I'm
She's
not
the
mad.
Diesel to Shawn Michael. She's the Diesel to Liv Morgan, Shawn Michaels.
I'm not mad about that because her mic skills need some work. I'm not mad about
Yeah,
I
yeah, they
mean,
do.
it just is what it is. She's there to look, like she's
that.
there. Like if she's
They
ever in the ring with somebody like Rhea Ripley or Jade Cargill or Nia Jax, some of
she getting
the
the piece. She taking
taller
the
and
piece. Yeah,
the
she
bigger
take.
women in the division, then yeah, she'll look like a beast. But to sit here and say that she's booked on their level, she's not Rhea. She
Nah,
ain't Jade. She
I
ain't
ain't
even
saying that.
Naya.
I ain't saying
Exactly.
I ain't never saying that because I you know me. I don't like the way they treat Raquel because here's the thing.
It's
Y'all booked her as a powerhouse, and I've only seen her be a powerhouse for 2 months since bringing her
yeah,
up.
she overpowers the smaller women on the roster, which she should.
And
But you know,
and that
Raquel, if Rhea and Jade and Nia are like the main eventers of the women's division, then Raquel's probably a solid upper mid card.
right.
She's the if they're the nines and tens, she's the sixes and the sevens. She'll smash a four or a five like an Ivy Nile or something like that. But against the nines and tens, she's gonna come up short. It just is what it is.
Unless she got a tag
Eo's
partner she
probably
can
an eight, which
throw.
means that Eo's probably gonna Io will beat her on most days, but if something happens, then Raquel can pull up one off of her. That's what happens.
I think Raquel is gonna get there. I do think she's gonna get there. There's just
Yeah.
they've had everything going on for this Mania season planned out for way too long. So they did not try to adjust when people were getting over. I don't think they tried to change anything about it. I think they had a
The
set
only thing that
plan.
made them adjust was injuries and stuff.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it left for
Because
very little
you
flexibility.
cannot convince me. You cannot convince me the original WrestleMania plan was not going to be Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair.
No,
Yeah.
you can't convince me of that. You can't convince me
Yeah,
of
it
anything else but
that's
that.
what it
I
should have
agree.
been.
But Bianca wasn't back in time. They needed to pivot.
Yep.
Charlotte would have been an ideal second choice, but they wanted to ride this Charlotte and Alexa deal out. So one tag team had to get broke up. It was Charlexa or Rio, and to be honest, Rio should have won. I think they
Yeah.
made the right call, Rhea
Yeah,
Ripley. We'll
yeah,
get to that. We'll get
yeah.
to that in a minute.
They made the right call with that. But
But
that feud
Mike,
has not
you said
gone
Steph is
well.
retained. You said Steph is retaining.
Yeah, I
I
got
would like her to
Stephanie
because she could
retaining.
use a landmark victory in her reign,
I agree.
and Liv
But
Yeah.
Morgan would be an ideal choice.
yeah, I
But I think
agree.
Liv is taking
But
the title.
I think Liv is gonna win it, and I don't like it.
I'm half and half, but I'm gonna also listen to my wife who also thinks Liv's gonna win. So unfortunately I might have to go with Liv. I hate it
Dude,
because I
it's
want
okay.
Steph to
I
win.
know you're not trying to get sent to the store. This is a safe space. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm gonna go with the care,
All right.
and I'm gonna say that somebody from Judgment Day somehow caused Liv the match.
You think it's gonna be Roxanne?
Either Roxanne or
Mm.
They
Raquel, because
have been
man,
playing
I
on
think
that a
they
little
still need
bit.
to go back. There's too much that has gone on since Rumble to ignore. Like,
Yes,
and
Because
Yeah.
they have.
Liv did eliminate Raquel in the Rumble,
yeah,
Yep.
and I'm like, what
and
better way
sooner
to
or
get your
later
get back than costing
that
her the
alliance is
title?
gonna break.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Now
Roxanne is gonna have to make a choice.
the question is where does it break and who turns on who does Liv go against first? Does
Mm.
Raquel turn on her, getting tired of holding her up, or does Roxanne? Because mind you, Roxanne was brought into the Judgment Day against Liv's will.
Yep.
Mhm.
That was a Finn Balor call.
Yeah.
And Liv even talked to Roxanne about that. She's like, look, I know Finn brought you into the group and everything, but we don't fuck with Finn no more. So where do you stand?
Mhm.
And then they heads collided and made that bowling ball cracking sound.
I'm gonna just take a shot in the dark, and I'm gonna say that Raquel ends up costing Liv. I just can't see Raquel just acting like everything is okay. That Liv eliminated her from the Rumble and is now on the grandest stage of them all,
Right. Right.
fighting for
Yeah.
the title.
And they've played on that a little bit, but they haven't really addressed it. They've
Exactly.
mentioned it, and they've mentioned it on SmackDown. They've mentioned it on Raw, but they haven't given us a definitive answer
If
to it.
if
Mm-mm.
Roxanne does do something at Mania to turn on Judgment Day, I feel like it may be during the Dominic and Finn match. Well, no, because we got Demon Finn, so that changes a lot
Mm,
of things. If it was
that
Yeah.
them spoiling Demon. I didn't like them spoiling Demon thing.
yeah,
I didn't
And
either.
it doesn't give me a lot of hope for the match because of the last
If
time they did what they
if
did
they were gonna
with last one.
if they were gonna bust out Demon Finn at Mania, then they should have did this turn like back in like November or whatever, and they should have had a match, in like January or whatever.
Yeah.
mhm.
This match should have went
And
on
Dominic could have
before
won
that
that, and then Finn will be like,
anyway.
okay, you know what? I need to get my lick back.
Even though I don't even know that Demon Finn has as much of an appeal after what happened with the
With
him
Roman.
versus Roman
Yeah.
Reigns.
Oh
He has
That's
God.
lost
why.
the
Yes.
last two times we
Yes.
saw the Demon. He has lost.
Yep.
Yes.
Lost to
That's why I
Roman and then
say
lost
how
to
He lost
Edge.
to Roman when his 190-pound ass broke the top rope. and then
Bullshit.
he lost to Edge at
Yeah.
WrestleMania at Hell in a Cell a couple years ago,
Yep.
Which again
where
is
dude's
bull.
head was already bleeding, and Adam was like, you know what, concerto,
They've been hoeing
which
Demon again.
apparently that was a Vince McMahon call because the original plan for that match was for Finn to defeat Edge again.
Oh god. Of course it was a Vince call. That checks out.
No wonder Edge left later that year. But
Well,
yeah,
Remy,
They didn't want
what
him.
was you
They
gonna
didn't want him
say?
to wrestle. They wanted him backstage. They said, "We want you backstage," and he was like, "I still got
and
some years in me. I didn't come back just to not come back. That's
Yeah.
stupid." That's why he
but yeah,
left.
so
But I'm pretty sure
so
that's a
that's
Vince call.
we'll get more into that in a minute. So we got next up we got the women's intercontinental championship, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch, a feud that I would like to like more, but has felt very lukewarm in the last several months.
I blame Becky.
Yeah, I don't care about it. I think Becky's winning though.
Like
Yeah, I
I love AJ Lee,
I'm
but
thinking
I got
Becky
Becky
winning,
taking the title back because this has been going on for again another feud that's been going on off and on for the better part since September.
and I
yeah.
feel like 2 weeks after Mania, AJ is gone again.
Yeah, me too.
Love to see her
Yeah.
stick
I mean, AJ's
around,
not wrestling
but
full. AJ, here's the crazy part, bro. They're the same age. Becky's only a month older than AJ. They're both 38, 39.
Oh
damn,
wow.
I didn't realize Becky. As much hatred as Becky shows, she ain't got no hatred in her heart apparently, cause she don't look 39. Neither one of them do.
No,
No.
AJ stepped out of a time machine. You can't tell me she
Yes.
did. That's BS.
She
Yeah.
She got out of a TARDIS and was like, "I'm back."
yep,
You cannot tell me that
it
didn't
had been
happen.
10 years and she hadn't aged a day, and it blew my
Nope,
fucking
nope.
mind.
Her hair
yeah,
might be an inch longer, but that's it.
Yeah.
That is it.
Uh,
Like
Uh,
I go
I,
back
I
and look at the footage and I'm like, damn.
I can't stand CM Punk, lucky bastard.
Hey,
But
hey,
yeah,
yeah.
hey, no
They
I
haven't
got
Chicago,
done
no
much.
Chicago slander up in here.
They
I
haven't
got
done
Especially,
much
Becky
to
beating
build the.
AJ to take the title back. So
especially
hopefully
after him
we
craving
can.
2 fucking
Either
shows in
way, let's
one
just move
promo.
Yeah,
past this.
they just
Um,
it's just one long build leading into this Mania match where I just think Becky takes the
yeah,
win.
Yeah,
yeah, and especially AJ's not gonna be around after Mania. It
but
just seems
but
obvious that
but
Becky's
here's what I
taking it.
need for them: the Raw after Mania. I need Bailey to come out and jump Becky. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Again, I hold grudges.
she's well within her rights to.
She took that woman out of Mania last year, and we have
Yeah,
never addressed it.
No.
Not
I mean, we have
once.
we they tackled that. I
oh,
mean,
oh,
they
sorry,
Bailey came back
When I
last
yeah,
year
say
after
when
Becky
I
beat
say
Lyra for the title.
addressed it, I mean just go whoop her ass. That's what I mean when
I
I
mean,
say addressed
she
it.
had been gunning for her for pretty much the entire summer. That's what had her caught up with the whole thing with Becky and
Yeah,
Lyra.
I was gonna say like that already happened
Now
technically.
we need that.
They've already gone through it. Bailey just didn't win, and she
We
had to
need
move
her
on
to
from that.
we need her to ruin her WrestleMania afterglow. I need her to ruin
You
something for Becky.
hold some grudges, my
Yes,
boy.
I do. I keep telling you.
Golly.
But
I
that's a
keep
good
telling
He
you.
said I don't care how many times you beat me, I'm gonna come back for your ass until I get the win.
Yes,
This ain't over
um,
until I
I
beat
mean
you.
until satisfaction is achieved, hands will be thrown.
that's a
Oh my
hilarious.
god.
I see the
That's
point though.
wild.
Bailey and Becky could run it back after Mania if they're trying to get a hot
I would
feud.
like to see Lyra finally getting her win back on Becky.
Oh, that
Yeah,
too.
I think we just gotta make it through Mania, and then all of these people that we do want to see get pushed will hopefully
Yeah.
start getting pushed.
It's clear as day, and that there's a lot of problems with this mentality that they're not focused on what they're doing at Mania. They're focused on what they're doing after Mania. Speaking
Yeah.
of which, so next up we got the women's tag team championship. It's a fatal four-way match. At least it currently is. You got the Irresistible Forces, Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. They're defending the titles against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. The team of Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, and the Bella twins. If Nikki Bella, if her sprained ankle is
Cleared by
recovered
then.
in time,
Yeah.
Yeah. If the Bellas are
um,
cleared, I got the Bellas winning.
I don't. I
yeah,
don't.
if the
That
Bellas, I think the
God,
whole reason that they even have the Bellas back is for them to win the tag
I
titles.
will sacrifice a chicken to whatever
I believe
God I
that is
need
going to
to
happen.
keep that from happening. Because oh my God, they don't need this.
They don't.
They don't, and nobody wants to see it. Hopefully, they don't have a long reign. But I can't imagine you didn't bring them back at the Rumble. You didn't bring them back over the last 6 months because Nikki came back in what was it, July
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
June? Yeah, Nikki's been back since June last year. They're
Yeah.
already in the Hall of Fame. Only thing they had, and the only reason they even had to do this because by the time the Bella stopped working full time, the women's titles weren't even a thing until a couple months later.
Right.
Right.
So they're putting that on their resume at some point. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I
Now
know.
the
Unfortunately.
the question is Nikki Bella's is she going to be ready to go? Because she suffered the injury a couple weeks ago on Raw, or was
I
it
hope
SmackDown,
not.
whatever
I
the fuck
hope
it was.
not. I
Nobody
hope
cares.
not. I hope not. I hope
And
not.
it's a reported a sprained ankle. They've acknowledged it on television. She's been walking around. She's been walking around on television perfectly fine. I haven't seen in a year whatever. She's walking around in jeans and sneakers like everybody else.
Yeah.
But she hasn't worked any matches.
Okay.
So I think that she'll be good. If she's not, I don't know. I think they're probably just going to turn it into a triple threat. Although I think that the reason they haven't announced Io versus Asuka yet because they don't know if Nikki's going to be cleared, and they're thinking about
Yeah.
slotting the Kabuki Warriors in their place,
Yeah.
which I think would be stupid because like you don't
Yeah.
need to do that.
No,
If
they
if the
don't. Let it
Bellas
be a
can't make
triple
it, just
threat.
make it a triple.
Just make it a
Just make it
triple
a
Yeah.
threat.
triple threat and
It's
have
fine.
Right.
have Lash and Nia retain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Bellas can wait until Nikki gets healthy a month or two later. Like there's ways to do this type of shit.
Yes, it is. There are layers, and they
There's
could and they could easily pull that layer off and let it be a triple threat, and and,
So
and let
that's where I think that is. That's where I think that is going.
and let Black Girl Devastation keep their belts.
Yeah.
That's all.
If
If the
I
Bellas
guess
if the Bellas are healthy, then the Bellas are winning.
Mhm. I think if the Bellas aren't healthy, that I think it's just gonna be Nia and Lash retaining.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
about
agreed.
where I'm at
Yeah,
currently.
I guess I don't
All right.
like it, but
Next up was a match that came fresh the fuck out of nowhere a couple weeks ago. Seth Rollins against Gunther.
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
a lot of people online are saying that they don't like this. I see the
I mean,
potential in this match because here's the thing: Paul Heyman wasn't finna get in the ring ever. So let's call it
well,
what it is. And all of his
the,
people are either injured or tied up in their own business. So
that's
he
why they've got
needed
Gunther
somebody.
here.
Right. Now I get the reason why they got going. I accept it. I'm cool with that.
And
That makes
I'll
more
tell you
sense
how
than
I think
anything
they're gonna make
else.
sense of it too. So what I think Gunther is gonna win. Let me get that part out of the way.
Agreed.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
think Gunther
I
is gonna
that's
win.
my guess.
And I think what's gonna happen is that Brock Lesnar is going to retire this year. I don't see
And
him
he's
going
gonna
past
take Gunther's
2026.
gonna
He
take out
And
Brock.
fucking well better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Gunther's gonna
Better.
beat Seth Rollins, and for beating him, he's gonna ask Paul Heyman for a favor, and that favor is gonna be to fight Brock at SummerSlam.
Yep.
Yep.
yep,
Yep. That's gonna be
that's the
his
exact
last
route that I
match.
think that they're going.
Yep.
Yeah. I do too.
I do want to say something real quick though, because I'm looking at the match card as Thornton presents it. They have 3 women's matches on Saturday and only one on Sunday.
Ooh.
That's because they don't know how to balance.
They don't.
It's
They
probably
don't.
what it is. They
We've
don't.
Mind you,
learned. Yeah.
Saturday has 7 matches. Sunday only has 6 currently. I still think they're gonna pluck Io and Asuka on the card.
Yeah, I can
I'm
So
just
see
I think
that.
mad
they're
they
gonna
I
they're gonna
haven't.
put
hope.
that on night 2.
I'm just mad they haven't done it yet. That's what's making me
Me
mad because
too.
it's right there.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And put Kyrie in a cage above the match. I'm just saying it's easy. I- this is fighting for her. This
Agreed.
is fighting for her life. So put her up there. Like, come on.
Agreed.
And as of
Hard
right
agree.
now, none of the women's. No, I take that back. The women's United States title is not.
It's not gonna be defended.
Nope, it's
It's
not.
not.
Julia's gonna be in some pointless battle royal or some nonsense on
Or
SmackDown
she's
the night
gonna have
before.
her, or her title defense is gonna be on the real pre-show, which is SmackDown,
Yeah,
um,
probably.
against Tiffy.
Do they do a women's Andre the Giant battle royal? Is that
No,
a thing?
I
no.
think they did a women's WrestleMania battle royal a couple years
One,
ago. I don't know
Yeah.
when they stopped doing it.
but not an Andre the Giant women's battle royal. No, You think they
Yeah,
would by now.
they would call they were at first they were going to call it the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal,
Yes,
but
I
then
remember that.
that
Yes.
I
proved to be a
remember that
problem. So
too.
then they
Yeah,
started calling it
they
the
had
WrestleMania Battle Royal.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
they
even
had to
I
get
don't know
rid
if
of
they're going
that.
to do that, but
No.
the as far as the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I think they're going to have Royce Keys win it.
I
Yeah,
think
same
so
here.
Yeah,
too.
and that would be a great
Yes,
pick.
yes.
I think
And
that's
I
why they put him on TV this week.
and I pray he eliminates Kid Wilson to win.
Me
Originally, I
too.
thought it would have been
Again,
LA Knight, but then they
again,
found something
I have a lot
to
of
do
hate
with
for
So
LA
yeah,
Rollins
Knight.
for him.
back to Seth Rollins and Gunther. Like we all know, the original plan was going to be Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rollins
Yep.
got hurt, and then Breaker got hurt, and then Bronson Reed got hurt. So this entire Vision storyline has just fallen apart at the seams because each guy got hurt.
That whole vision is
Um,
cursed, man, and that was pre
yeah, it
Danhausen.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's they're falling apart. What so? I think that's how it's gonna boil down. I think that Gunther is going to beat Seth Rollins. It's going to be a great match. It's just the build is it's Plan B. Like Rollins, his dance partner was hurt because
Yeah,
Braun Breaker got injured, and then Gunther, they've clearly been building up something between him and Rey Mysterio. For what reason, I don't understand.
cause he like to
But
beat up
and
old
then
people.
even worse when we talk about a later match. Um, and Rollins, Braun Breaker. The question was Braun Breaker going to be back from his hernia surgery in time?
Right.
So Braun
The
Breaker,
answer to that,
Is no.
Braun Breaker is
yeah,
actually clear. It's WWE who made the call to not throw him instantly into the match with Seth Rollins.
I mean,
okay, that makes sense.
yeah, I
They
can
can
kind of
always
Curtis
see.
have
Sampson,
pull
sorry.
up the night after Romania and spear Seth
Well,
and
Oh,
Braun
Yeah,
I
Breaker.
wouldn't be surprised if it happens during the match
yeah, that's
with
what I was just about
Gunther
to
and
say. Like
Rollins.
it could happen during the match,
that
But
and
see,
that too.
yeah,
Does Gunther need the interference? No. I would like
no,
to see Gunther just win, and then
right.
Braun Breaker just beat the shit out of Seth after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
yeah, that'd work too.
But yeah, Braun
So
Breaker, I just looked it up. He's technically clear. WWE made the call to not instantly put him into that match with Rollins.
Mm.
okay. That okay. They don't want the guy to hurt himself,
Right.
Yeah,
so
and they
He
I'm
can
fine
has
with
always
that.
save
right.
that for backlash.
It, yeah, true. The match is
But
going to be good. Like Seth Rollins is still, injuries aside, he is still a top level performer, and Gunther as is Gunther. So the match is going to be good. It's just the story around it and the aftermath that is what's more intriguing.
yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So and then comes the main event, and good
Yeah.
God, what the hell happened to this main event, bro? You got Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship. Now,
With Pat
on
McAfee.
paper, that
Mm.
sounds like an awesome match that a lot of WWE fans have been wanting to see for
For
quite some time
years.
now.
Since
Yep.
Cody
Yeah.
came back for years,
And the
literally
question
Yes.
2 3
is,
years.
how do you find a way to fuck
Fuck it
that up?
up.
In
WWE
one
found a
SmackDown.
way.
In one SmackDown.
Yes.
In
And
one
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 episode of
SmackDown.
SmackDown,
goddamn
Yes,
they found a
SmackDown.
way.
yes, yes. And I and
Absolutely
I
nuts.
and did they learn anything from that one SmackDown? The fuck no.
They no,
No.
they doubled down
They
on
right.
it.
They
And
double.
even worse. Man,
They
Like it,
worse.
I
and then in
okay.
between them, you had to take 5 minutes out of CM Punk's time to try to fix it, only to undo it 4 days later.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
if there's ever a single match that illustrates all the problems with the creative process behind WWE, it is this match because
Yes,
it was already made.
yes,
Yes.
Never mind the fact that this is a match that should have happened a couple of years ago, in my opinion. This
yes.
should have been the main event
Yeah.
of WrestleMania last year
Hold on. It was made the
instead of Cody
second
and Cena.
Randy attacked him after the contract signing. This match was on fire soon as he
Yes.
You
laid
were
hands
already
We
on him.
off
were,
to the
And I
races.
was
yeah,
hyped. And
everyone
then
was
he come out the
excited.
next week and was like, I don't care about any of y'all. I'm doing this for me.
Here,
I'm
the
through with
thing
that.
the
I'm
thing
with that.
about it is
Nobody needed to
it's
interfere with
clear
that.
it's clear
No.
as day that they're worried about people cheering Randy Orton and booing Cody Rhodes. They're more bothered by the fact people are booing Cody Rhodes. Bro, Randy Orton is at the twilight stage of his career. No one's going to boo him. There's
just
a
And
like
point where they
Cena,
appreciate him.
just like Cena,
yes, I was gonna
It's
say, did
just
you
like
exactly
not
Cena.
learn
Cena.
from
It's
last
Cena
year?
all over again last year. Replace
Yes,
Cena with Orton and Travis Scott with Pat McAfee, and that's exactly what we're doing.
yes,
It's
And
the exact
and
same thing.
and
They learned nothing.
nothing
and
at
the only
all.
thing is, Pat is digging the hole for them. Not just him being there, but him opening his mouth and going off unscripted.
It,
Bruh,
Mhm.
put
we
pastors to
gonna
that.
talk about this. So
Yeah, we are. Oh yeah.
last Friday, they've been doing the whole Randy Orton's been getting phone calls and people have been asking
Yeah,
who's the voice that's been talking to him and everything. Cody finally comes back after Orton and beat the shit out of him after a couple of weeks. And then fucking Pat McAfee comes in and kicks him square in the groin. Then Randy Orton's out here beating the shit out of Cody with a chair and choking him out while Pat McAfee's cutting this promo talking about, well, nobody wants to watch these 5'5" midgets wrestle for 45 minutes.
Like,
I'm sitting here
right.
like,
Like, hey, don't
sir,
speak for
what show
me.
are you watching?
right.
Right.
What?
That
Don't speak for me for
sir, this
starters.
isn't AEW.
Right.
That even if that was what they were referencing, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, not a
Right.
goddamn
Like,
thing.
And he's talking about, well, Stone Cold and The Rock. I hate people. I hate people who say wrestling was better in the Attitude Era.
wrestling was wrestling in the
I
Attitude Era. We liked it. We did
well,
it.
not
It
actually. That's not the right way to say it. That's not the right way to say it. I don't like. I don't. I have a problem with a lot of the wrestling was better in the Attitude Era fans because they romanticized the fuck out of it. As somebody who did not watch during the Attitude Era, I started watching in the Ruthless Aggression Era.
Me
But
too.
watching the Attitude Era
Yep.
back, there's a lot of that stuff that
see.
that
Here's
did not. Excuse me.
here's the problem. Those people I watched in the Attitude Era. I watched before the Attitude Era. I was there when
Sorry,
the
boys, I'm
Attitude
busy.
Era started. So don't start judging me for my age. Because everybody be like, what was your first WrestleMania? The first WrestleMania. So
All
I've
right.
seen it. I've seen it develop. And a
What's
lot
your
of
social
stuff,
security number? One.
no, it's not. It's zero. Anyway, y'all wasn't expecting that. See, that's what you get.
All right.
I've seen it progress over the years. So the stuff that they got away with in the Attitude Era, they could get away with more then. And to be fair and honest, it was more toxic than the Ruthless Aggression Era was. Does that make
Well,
sense?
yeah, that's because
And a lot of
the
people,
Yeah.
Attitude Era
and
came around when shows like Beavis and Butthead and South Park and Jerry Springer were
yes,
getting popular.
Yeah.
yes, because they
Exactly.
It was
like
just
it
it was
was
a
it was
product
more
of its
dramatic.
time.
It
Yeah.
was more drama involved.
It was a product of its time. Now, I will
Yes,
admit there were a lot of the main event stories were written better, especially in 2000, which I think has been WWE's best year creatively.
I mean it's a whole game out there called
I,
WrestleMania
I, I will
2000.
I will I will go and watch back anything with the Hardys and Edge and Christian and
Yes.
Kurt
Yes,
Angle and
yes,
Benoit
Yes.
and The Rock and
Agreed.
Hunter and
and my thing
2000
is,
WWE was peak WWE
I,
creatively,
Yes.
right, and
but
my
that was
thing,
also towards the tail end of the Attitude Era.
right, and my thing is this:
Anyways, what's
y'all sitting
even
there
worse?
comparing eras gets on my nerves, or not y'all, but the ones who are doing
Yes,
this gets on my nerves because it's not necessary. It was a different
a
time.
lot of times in the Attitude Era, like,
Let
bro,
it
that was
go.
not a wrestling show. That was Jerry Springer in a wrestling ring. You'd have
Yeah.
all these
Exactly.
crazy angles, and then you'd have 3-minute matches that
You-
end with a DQ.
Right. And they was
I, wa-
they were
I,
putting
I
hands on women
specifically
who wasn't
remember.
they were putting hands on women who wasn't putting hands on nobody else. Like, calm
Yeah.
down.
I specifically
Chill.
remember watching an episode of Raw in 1998. They had 8 matches. 6 of them went like 3 minutes and ended on a DQ with interference. And I'm sitting here like, bro,
Yeah.
we complain about that type of shit now, but y'all
Right.
were eating it the
Exactly.
fuck up
Right.
almost 30 years ago.
Right.
Right.
See, I
Like,
I
think I
bring
think
all
with
that up
the
to
now,
with the Attitude Era, I agree. The wrestling was not anywhere near as good as what we get today. What I do think was a little bit better was the storytelling and the over the
Yes.
top
I mean,
characters that they had.
yeah,
they did a lot of
Yeah.
over the top stuff for the storytelling. But my thing is this:
yes, there were
I will say this: the moments I do miss is when Stone Cold would just come out and interrupt whatever the hell going on. Or he might even wait to the end of the match. He come out and stun everybody and leave. I do miss that in my heart of
Yeah.
hearts. Just
it
cause,
was it was
just
always it was
cause,
always a good time.
just
It
cause.
was.
But
But yeah, I
beyond that,
bring
okay, it was the Attitude Era. Okay, what y'all getting all hyped about it for? It was an era of wrestling. That's just me though.
I there was a lot of people that started watching then, and then when that era started to fade out, a lot of them stopped watching and they never came back. And it is what
Yep.
it is. the reason
and
I bring it
and
up
the
is
Attitude
because
Era
because
probably.
it I'm sorry, Pat McAfee even bringing it up
Yeah.
illustrates just how out of touch this entire angle is. Cody Rhodes
Yes.
Yes.
said it point blank.
Yes. Like, why are we
Randy
even
Orton
talking
didn't
about
debut in
this?
WWE until 2002. He watched the Attitude Era at home like everybody
Everybody
else.
else, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you over here talking all this, well, Wrestle, and then they're talking about how tickets aren't sold out and Randy Orton's on the card. Bro, that's your problem.
Right.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
Acknowledging how bad your
tickets would
product
be
is on
sold out
television.
if you
And
wouldn't be trying to nickel and dime us.
and then on top of
And
that,
the reason WrestleMania isn't sold out isn't because people aren't hyped about the show. I mean, they're not,
All right, but
but
that's
it's
not the
because
reason.
these ticket prices are too fucking high.
Right.
and
They raised
Y'all
the
went
ticket
to the
prices year
same
over
venue
year.
you went to last year. You reneged on New Orleans after telling them they were going to get a
mm,
whole WrestleMania.
so
Yeah.
fucked up.
Your road to WrestleMania is the worst it's been in years,
I think of all times.
Yes.
and y'all over here nickel and diming everybody about these tickets.
Right.
And then you got the unmitigated gall to talk about it on your TV show, like that's gonna make
And
things
Which
better.
and to
and it
add to that, Pat doing the 25% off for WrestleMania Saturday. Not even
oh
Instead
both
of just
nights,
lowering the
but
fucking ticket
Saturday.
prices, you be like, well, we got somebody else to help you pay for them. What?
and here's the thing,
Yeah.
and
Like,
and it
huh?
coming from somebody who's not a wrestler, who did not come up in this business. That's
Exactly.
that pisses me off more than anything
That's
else.
insulting.
Like, Pat, go sit in your lane. I was
For
cool with you
real.
until you started opening your mouth during this feud.
Pat, like
Now I
Pat,
don't
Yes.
up
want nothing
until
else to do
now,
with you.
Pat McAfee was a commentator that a lot of days, if I'd be 50-50 on him. Some days I think he was really funny. Other days I'm like, bro, can you please shut the fuck up?
Yeah,
Mhm.
especially in the past year or so, it's been like, all right, Pat,
Yeah,
chill.
he was really starting to get on my nerves in the last year.
Yeah.
As for him wrestling, it's like it don't happen too often, and he's usually in there with somebody who's really good, so they can get a good
Yes,
match out of it.
yes,
All right, cool. Him
right.
versus Adam Cole, cool. Him versus Austin Theory at WrestleMania, cool. Him versus Gunther, cool. You know, him versus Baron Corbin, all right, cool. Those are all right.
Him in War Games.
But to involve
Yeah.
him in one of your main events of WrestleMania,
Yeah, leave him.
to use him as the centerpiece for this feud that did not need him, let alone anybody else.
No.
Don't even get me started on Jelly Roll.
Oh God.
Ugh.
Oh
Again,
God.
Jelly
Supreme,
Roll. Jelly
House
Roll
Supreme
is like,
beat his ass to home.
and then like it seems like they're not even caring about the main event. They're just trying to set up a tag match at Backlash between Cody and Jelly Roll against Orton and Pat McAfee. Like,
Which
who asked for
because
this?
Right.
exactly,
No
and that
one
scares me.
wanted this.
And that
No
scares
one
me
asked
Who
for
because
is
this.
the
we shouldn't be getting Randy's 15 like this. If Randy's gonna get 15, it shouldn't be because of Pat McAfee. It should
I
be
agree.
because he was
no
gonna whoop Cody's
the
ass
the
Yeah.
because
the,
he's a
the
heel.
story was right there. Cody told
Exactly.
Randy, "I want the best version of Randy Orton.
Right.
Listen
Yes.
to the
He
voices."
he
Yeah.
gave him permission to beat his
He gave
ass,
him permission
and
to
he
start
did it.
wilding out.
Yeah.
And he
Tap
did
into
it.
that
That
2009
was the
Randy Orton.
that
Yeah.
was the simplest, easiest way they could have did this feud, and it
It
was
was
working.
it was simple, and y'all
It
had
was
6
right
weeks to
there.
build off of that with Randy doing more fucked up shit by the week. Y'all could have had Brandy Rose eat an RKO.
Yes.
Y'all could have had him
And then
pop up on Cody's bus and have Little Liberty and the other kid just crying while Randy Orton's beating the shit out they daddy in front of them. Like
and
you,
even without all of
every
that, you have 20 years of story built in just from the
And you
fact that both of these guys were in
Cody
Yes.
came up
not
in the
evolution.
WWE
What was it
as
called?
with
Legacy.
Randy as his mentor.
right.
Student
Yes.
versus the mentor. There's
There's
so
so
much they could
much
have
they
done
could have
with
did with
this.
this. Yes. And they ruined it in one damn segment on one TV show,
Yeah.
to the point where CM Punk had to take time out of his busy schedule to dedicate five
And
minutes
go
of a
off about
perfect
that.
promo to fix it. And what do they do to follow it up? They undo
They send
everything he did.
And
they
Yeah.
I don't know.
send
I don't
Pat
know.
McAfee back to spin the block on that shit on
Yes.
Friday.
Yes. Like,
And I
why?
don't know. I'm seeing a lot of people online are saying that they liked the promo that McAfee delivered this past Friday, and I'm like, to me, I thought it was a horrible
That was
promo.
It was
terrible.
Well,
ass. Hot
WWE could
ass.
send
Whack.
Yes. Whack.
it was ass. It was hot ass. It was
Hot
Yes.
hot
It
ass.
was
ass.
hot ass off the
Hot
grill,
ass.
hot ass.
garbage. And here's the thing: there's some
Whack.
WWE stands out there. AEW has their sickos. There's some WWE stands out there who, bruh, they can't live without that WWE cock in their throat, bruh. They don't know how to think or function without it. Everything that
Apparently, his
company does
match
is just great. It's glory. Oh, it's getting heel heat, bro. It's getting heat on Pat
it's
McAfee. It's
getting go
not getting heat
away
on
heat.
Randy Orton.
There's
No,
heel
it,
heat and there's
Cody,
go away
Randy
heat.
Orton is the third most important. The feud is really between Cody Rhodes and Pat McAfee. What the fuck are we doing?
yeah,
Right,
like it's just crazy to say because it's fucking Randy Orton in the feud and
right. It's
Pat's.
his feud. It's his match, and
We
he's
we've been waiting. We've been waiting for years to see Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton in a
and
proper feud.
this
Now
Yeah,
is
you
what
got
they
the
gave
perfect
us.
time to do it at WrestleMania
And
in
this
a
is what
main event,
they choose to give us.
and
This
right.
y'all
bullshit
couldn't
with
leave well
Pat.
enough alone.
Man,
It's
The
horrible.
story has it that Ari Emanuel, for whatever reason, thinks that Pat McAfee is going to be the next Sylvester Stallone. So to promote that, instead of getting the man some acting roles in some big films and having him prove he can be an actual actor, we're going to use the WWE as a vehicle to promote Pat McAfee. What?
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
He's,
so
I got,
If
stupid.
that don't tell you, if that don't tell you how out of touch these TKO executives and how badly Hollywood thinks of pro wrestling in general,
mm,
that's why I say people need to. We need to. I think the gatekeeping in pro wrestling fandom needs to be a little bit stronger because I don't like. Back to the thing I was saying about the Attitude Era. A lot of them niggas like watching Jerry Springer in the wrestling ring. Now they like watching Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives. I don't want to watch a wrestling show that appeals to those type of people. I don't
Right,
like those shows.
Exactly.
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I want to watch wrestling that has
And
good matches, engaging stories, some interesting characters, some funny moments that'll make me laugh my ass off. A
Hmm.
coherent story. I like
Exactly.
good wrestling. People who don't watch wrestling, there's no trying to appeal to them. They already think it. They already think they're going to use that F word and think it's dumb by default. You don't try to get those people in. People who are
right,
fans of Lil Yachty are going to tune in and be like, "Oh, did you see what Yachty did on SmackDown? Yeah, cool. Who's everybody else?"
right.
Yep.
Right.
And if they ain't got no wrestling
Like
fans in their life, they
this
not gonna
is
try to tune in. They not gonna try to lock in on that.
Mhm.
stop trying to pander to the mainstream. The mainstream don't care about you. It's like
No.
it's like that one kid in school who tries so hard to be with the popular kids, and the popular kids don't give a fuck about him.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
Like, bro, go find your friend. Go find your friend group.
up
Go
until
find the other kids that are like you and hang out with them.
up until Friday night, I thought for certain that Randy Orton was going to win this one and get the 15th championship. But during that promo that McAfee gave, he said that oh, I'm sorry.
If Orton doesn't
No,
win title number 15, they're never.
yeah, I've been thinking that Orton was going to win, but I think now I'm more than certain that he's going to win
Yeah.
because he said that if
Until
Orton doesn't win the
Yeah, I
15th,
agree.
until that promo, and I have a whole another issue with this. Until that promo, I thought it was going to be Cody. I thought Orton was gonna bring the challenge to Cody, but Cody was going to find a way to overcome it, and then they were just going to shake hands after the fact. It'd be like Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan at SummerSlam, where Michaels just turned heel for that feud, and then went right back to being babyface the night after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. But
But
now
now they've
this
made this nonsense about Pat McAfee, which if it's going to go the John Cena route, Pat McAfee is going to help Cody win. Is going to help Orton win the title. Orton's going to win it for a couple months. Cody's going to win it back at SummerSlam. Rinse
Yeah.
and fucking repeat.
Yeah. To a
just
T.
like last year.
Yeah.
It and if nothing else, the good thing that came out of that was Cena Cody 2 at SummerSlam was
It was
fucking
good.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was.
It
It was
was
really
it was
good.
absolutely incredible. One of my favorite matches of the year. I'll give them that. But to have to sit through all that, like nobody wants to boo Randy Orton at this stage of the career. People didn't want to boo John Cena last year, especially because they
No.
knew it was his last year.
Yeah.
Like y'all waited until the worst possible time. Like, don't get me wrong, Cena's heel turn was, a hot angle, a molten hot angle.
but
But
they didn't
like
play it right.
the problem is they did it just for that moment. Like, bro, you got 6 more months of television to write about this shit.
Yeah.
And they fumbled the bag hard. And they're doing the
Right.
exact same thing with Orton now.
Yes.
I still think I
If
stand firm in thinking that Cody Rhodes should have been the one to turn heel against Randy Orton. But
I I stand that there does we don't need the Cody heel turn. And the reason I don't want the
No.
Cody heel turn is because
I
who's going to
agree.
replace him as top babyface?
Yes, and that's what I've been saying. They don't
Right.
have
Because
anyone
who
to
do we
replace
have?
Cody.
It'd
Who
be
do we
it
have?
it'd be similar, not equivalent, but similar to when Stone Cold turned heel at WrestleMania X7. Austin turned heel, Rock was gone. who's your top baby face now? Who's your ace of the
Yeah.
company?
Right.
They're
Austin's your top heel. Rock is gone to go make a fucking movie. Hunter's never gonna be the top guy. He was never going to be. Undertaker had been there for, but it was never gonna be him either. Jericho and Benoit were, on the uprising, and Benoit ended up going out for a year because of neck surgery. Like, you need the way WWE operates is they need their top baby face. Until
Yeah.
Cody, until they put somebody in position to replace Cody in that role, I think that turning him heel is a bad idea.
And
I do
honestly, I
too.
don't see
I admit
anybody on
that
SmackDown
since
that's
he
that
has
has that.
become champion, Cody, babyface Cody has lost a bit of its luster because WWE has a problem with their babyfaces where they book them like fucking Superman, and people get sick of Superman winning all the fucking time.
yeah.
Yes, yes, we do get sick of seeing him
Like
winning all the time.
Stone Cold eight L's on occasion.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
But I don't
So
see anybody on
it
SmackDown that can replace him as top babyface.
there's nobody on
Nobody.
Raw, and
And I will
and we're
Nobody
we're
on
not
Raw.
going back to the Attitude Era. I will say that at the top of the card, they did have more than just one or two believable people that could take
yeah.
the title
When
Yes,
when
Yeah.
Austin went down in
Hell
90, when
yeah.
Austin went down in 99, Vince was able to bounce back. Why? Because he had The Rock, he had
yes,
Triple H, and those two guys carried the company in 2000.
Yeah.
I find it funny. I stand by 2000 being WWE's best year creatively. Austin was barely a part of it. He was only there for like the last 3 months.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rock and Hunter carried that ship throughout majority of the year, and it was awesome. Triple H does not have that same dynamic right now. If Cody turns heel,
nope,
who's going to replace him as the top babyface?
right.
Roman.
Exactly.
Roman,
Roman,
Roman is on
who's
Raw at this
already
point.
who's basically on Raw, and he's a fucking part timer at that.
Yeah.
yes, that's the biggest issue with Roman. Honestly, whether he can do babyface or heel, his babyface never appealed to me. I liked him better as a heel anyway. So, but also they want him on their what they consider their top show, which honestly it is compared to SmackDown this year. Um,
They
they
okay.
they
You'll
want
get
their
no arguments from me.
they want him on that show, which is why they moved him there last year
Yeah.
anyway.
That's their flagship.
Yes, so
You'll have to excuse my face. I'm watching Rebellion, and Cedric Alexander gave Leon Slater a
A brain
turnbuckle
buster.
brainbuster,
Yeah.
and
I
then
knew
he
it.
followed up with a lumbar check. I'm like, if he does not win, this nigga got his foot on the rope, bruh.
Oh
Yep.
wow.
That
Sorry,
spot
sorry. Just
that spot caught me too. I watched it live
that
last night.
had my jaw dropping. But yeah, like it. We don't need the Cody heel turn until they build up somebody else. I don't
Yeah.
know who they're gonna build up in that role.
I don't know either.
I would like if it were me, I
Unless
who
they
would I
do
put in
well,
that
we'll
role?
talk about it for Sunday night. Unless they do something with one of these matches on Sunday night, and then you could build upon that, and then you could have a
Yeah,
second
but
phase.
I thought Cody was going to win until I saw Pat McAfee. Now that Pat McAfee is involved, I believe he's gonna help Orton win. Is gonna be some absolute bullshit,
Yeah.
and then Jacob Fatu is gonna be the next number one contender. He's gonna take the first shot at Orton.
I could see that.
Mm.
Cody's gonna lose.
Which
Cody's gonna go away for a minute, and that'll give the opportunity for some undercard baby faces to take a crack at Randy. And I think Jacob Fatu's getting the first shot.
and
Yeah.
then they could tie the whole who attacked Jacob thing and end up being Randy, and then boom, we're off to the races.
yeah,
We're
Exactly.
off to the races.
which at
Exactly.
least something good will come out of this WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's night one. Now we're moving on to night two. So night two, I think
Just
this is the match
open
that's
it
going
up
to
with
kick
the
off the
butcher
show.
shop.
Yeah, big meaty men slapping me. The
No
best
bread,
built match
no
with
water,
no
just
fucking
meat.
with no competition, no contest. The best match of this entire WrestleMania build. The ruler Obafemi 1-on-1 against the beast Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Now, do I think this is going to be a match of the year candidate? No. And
No,
as excited about this match as I am also fucking terrified
That
because
Lesnar's
of
gonna
what it
win.
can be.
Yeah.
Yes, with everything that's going on, it's all coming up over Femi. It's all coming up over Femi. And past pro wrestling logic, usually he who gets to gets the momentum on television, ends up, losing when on the pay per view. With Obafemi and the way he's getting over, the way to take advantage of this, ideally you have Oba beat Brock. I don't think the match is going to go more than 5 minutes, as Brock Lesnar matches aren't that long.
Nope.
If he wants to work with somebody, he'll work with them. But most of the time, it's suplexes and F5s, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Obafemi, he's physically impressive. Somebody who you can look at first glance and be like, you know what, maybe he can take on Brock. And then the way they booked Obafemi up until the point, they've kept him very strong. He's undefeated. He's undefeated on the main roster. He's already hit his finish on Brock. Every time they encounter one another, he seems to physically manhandle him,
Yeah, he's
which you
getting the
don't see
better of.
often,
Right.
which scares me as a big ass red flag.
Yeah. And that's why
Like
I
the
want Obafemi to win. I really do want Obafemi to win.
I
But
I
2 weeks
I
ago,
want him to win.
when we recorded 2 weeks ago, I said that I thought that Brock was going to get the best of Oba last Monday and again tomorrow night. That I thought he would get the better of Oba.
Which did
That
not
didn't
happen.
happen. So
Yeah.
now I'm wondering if, okay, are we really going to have Brock beat Oba?
We have one Raw left tomorrow before Mania. I'm if Brock hits the F5 on Obafemi tomorrow night, then I will feel a bit more confident about this. But
Yeah.
either way, I'm still going with I believe that Obafemi is going to win this match.
I agree.
I
It would be
agree.
booking malpractice to do anything different. He needs to beat Brock.
And we
Yes.
know that
If they want
because
to run,
Brock
Brock and Gunther
always
later,
wants to
y'all can do that anytime. Okay.
Brock Lesnar always wants to go home early, so he's gonna be
Yeah,
on
it's gonna be
He's
somewhere
yeah.
he's
towards the
either
end of
the
He's
the
the
first
card.
first.
match or he's
Yes,
the last one. There is
he's
no
the
in between.
Yeah,
he's the first
exactly.
match. He's the
Yeah,
first
they're
match.
they're the first match on night
That
Well,
two.
no,
Yeah.
I'm
that's
talking
going
about on
that
Raw.
shit's going to be live on ESPN.
I'm talking
That
about
and
on Raw tomorrow. And now,
Yeah,
what I would personally do if I was booking this match, I would have whatever segment they want to do with Brock and Ola tomorrow. I would have them go dead last, and I would have the show end with Brock destroying Ola and just close the show out. That's what I would do.
Mm.
Now I don't know what direction they're going in, but if Oba doesn't end up on the ground and can't get up at some point tomorrow night, I'm gonna be nervous that Brock Lesnar is taking the win. And me.
Yeah,
agreed.
it'd be absolutely wild if Brock won. Like Brock doesn't need to win. Oba is undefeated still. Brock beating
Oba's an
Oba.
up and
That's
comer.
yeah, that would
This
derail
is
the
what you
fuck
need
out of
to
Oba.
boost this man to the stratosphere.
Yes. So anything less than Oba winning would derail Oba.
It'll hit. Hey, even if Oba loses and like beats Brock later on, which even if that happens, I don't expect it to. You still the shine would still be off. It'd be like when Triple H beat Goldberg at SummerSlam '03, and then by the time Goldberg finally beat him for the world title, it's like nobody cares anymore.
Exactly.
Y'all already derailed the momentum, bro. It's
right,
okay to go full speed ahead on something. Y'all did it for Brock. Why can't y'all do it for anybody else?
right.
Right.
And then, but
So
now I'm
next
also
up,
wondering if like going back to what we said about Gunther versus Rollins, if the plan is for Gunther to retire Lesnar at SummerSlam, I wonder if they do give Lesnar a win at his last WrestleMania.
I have an idea about that. What if Oba beats Brock? Brock is just shocked by the fact that he lost, and he just goes home for a bit. And
Yep,
Paul's trying to get Brock to come out, and Gunther's like, "Where's Brock?" You just have
right,
Gunther hitting up Paul. He's like, "You owe me a favor. Where's Brock?" And Paul just can't get Brock to come out because Brock is like, he's shook over the fact that he lost to Obafemi until a couple weeks before SummerSlam. Brock is like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm Brock Lesnar. We gonna come out, and then Gunther beats Brock into retirement.
it would be nice,
Mm,
but
that
I don't
would
know
be
if I
Brock
good.
trust.
can go out. Brock if Cena can go out losing his last two matches, Brock Lesnar can do the same.
I agree.
I think so too. And I would bet that Brock would like that exact situation, T. I would almost bank on that just because Brock seems very giving in the past 2 years. And it seems like
If he likes you, if he likes you. If
exactly.
he
And then
likes you
seeing
and he believes in you, he's extremely giving. And Brock is a fantastic worker. I don't care what nobody says. He is.
and and it does seem like he's impressed with guys like Gunther and Oba, so I could see that situation
Gunther,
working out like
Obafemi.
that.
You saw how he put over Keith Lee at the Rumble.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
So,
sad case of Keith Lee,
uh,
but I
Don't get
got
me
enough
started.
depressing shit in life.
Don't right.
But yeah,
Don't get me
so
started.
I got whatever happens. I got Oba beating Brock. I don't want to even put bad juju in the air that that's not gonna happen.
Oba beating Brock. I agree.
yep,
Oba
Oba
Oba beats Brock.
beating
Fuck.
Brock.
Oba beats Brock. Fuck everything else. So next up, we have a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Penta is putting the title on the line against Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, Rusev, JD McDonough, and Rey Mysterio.
Mysterio don't need
So
to be
this
in
was
there.
I
I
agree.
was
Why
wondering
is he in that match?
I was wondering for a while. You heard me say it several times. What are they doing with Penta at WrestleMania? And what are they doing with, especially after he became Intercontinental Champion? And to be honest, I think this is the best option they can do with him.
And I'm
Yeah.
not mad at the match. I'm
Yeah, I'm
just
not
questioning
either.
I'm
why
not mad.
Ray is in the
The
match.
match is gonna be a show stealer.
Yeah, this is
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
You got
match of the whole WrestleMania, I think.
I just hope
yeah,
this has a potential match of the weekend feel.
I
Because
just hope
look who's
everybody
in it.
jump JD. That's all I care about.
Look who's in it. JD McDonough, who people sleep on because he's a great performer.
But
You
wait,
got Rey Mysterio, the greatest luchador of all time, which
but T, how
I'll
is
I'll
JD
get
gonna
to that in
climb
a
a
second.
ladder without it tilting because of the size of his head? You gotta
I
be
ain't
up at an angle, so
see.
his
He
head is gonna be up
understands.
here,
It's
yeah.
He
and
He
he's
gonna
gonna
he
be
understands.
tilt off
naturally.
that shit.
He understands gravity. I agree with this assessment. How is he gonna make it up that ladder without that
Look,
ladder tipping over forward?
physics applies. You go
Right.
up the
Thank you.
ladder at an
Thank
angle,
you.
your head is
Right.
this big,
Right.
it tilts.
And here's the thing. He don't hit but a single person. He doesn't even use his best weapon.
Yeah.
When you got a broken
But yeah,
when you got a
He needs
broken
to, he
arm
needs
on
to use the
somebody, they got a
gas up
if
here.
cast.
nothing else,
I mean,
what makes me very happy about this match is you've got a match for Javon Evans to showcase himself.
Yep.
Yes.
yes,
I
Cause
like
that
that.
OG
I
cutter
like
off
that a
the
lot.
ladder is gonna be fire. I'm gonna worry about him
ooh,
every second of his airtime,
He is gonna
but
do
it's gonna
some
be fire.
wild ass shit next Sunday.
That
yes,
OG cutter off the
I
ladder is gonna be
the
fire.
match was originally announced as a 5-way until Rey Mysterio came back on Monday and inserted himself into it, which I thought was interesting. Because
Have
we've
we
been
ever
hearing all these
seen
reports about
have we
why
ever seen Rusev in a ladder match?
I'm sure he's been in Money in the Bank once. I think it was
Yeah, he has.
2018.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's had ladder matches before. You know what's crazy? Rusev was the only one that wasn't on TV this past Monday.
No,
Yeah, that
I'm
was
actually shocked that he's in this
interesting.
match because he hasn't been used very
He
well
hasn't
over
done
the past few weeks.
shit. He beat Sheamus at Clash in Paris, and that's it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
that was his
He ain't done shit
last
of note
appearance.
since. His last match was actually him losing to Obafemi on Raw. His
Yeah,
last televised match.
Yeah.
yep.
And then the way they did this, they announced the match, showed the graphic, and then Michael Cole said, "Well, they qualified on main event. Main event hadn't even aired yet.
It hadn't.
And nobody watches
It
it.
aired the next.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was terrible. Like y'all gonna just sit there and
Yeah, that
that
finish the
like
was.
whole plot. Y'all
it's
snitching on
it's
yourselves.
dumb shit like that. It's dumb shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
As
that's
But
far
terrible.
as
I
yeah,
far as the
can't.
so
winner
I
of the
won't
match,
defend
I
that.
am
I
torn
will never
between
defend that.
Penta retaining and Javon Evans winning the title here.
Yeah, I
I
would.
That's
don't
kind
think
of what I was
Javon is
thinking.
going to win it. I think that Penta is retaining, and the reason I think Penta is retaining because I think he's going to lose the championship to Obafemi.
Okay.
Mm.
And Oba's
Yeah,
going to
I
go
can see that.
on a Gunther ass type run with that title.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't be mad at that, but
I'm
I
here
do
for that.
agree.
Okay.
But I do agree with Mike. I could see Javon winning, especially because
I
he's been on a
I
bit of a
could too.
roll lately,
If
and
if
just
if it's not Penta retaining, I just don't see anybody other than Javon
Oh
in
yeah,
this
yeah. No,
field that would actually win it.
nobody other than Javon. Like Dragon Lee, absolutely not. They're only putting Dragon Lee in this match because he's been having such great performances since AJ left.
Mhm.
Especially with Penta and with Javon. So
yeah.
yes, he
Oh
works
Yeah,
well
yeah.
with.
yeah.
And
It's
if
Penta.
and
It's Penta retaining or Javon becomes the champion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
I
if
agree. Yeah,
Javon
I
becomes
got
the
Javon.
champion, Javon will become the youngest Intercontinental Champion in history.
yeah,
So I would like
Yeah,
to see that. I would like to
me
see that
too.
happen. Either one, I'm okay with. But
and if
I
Javon ends up winning, because I'm trying to think of how they would even get to that. Ultimately, I think it's going to be Penta retaining, is like what I'm mostly going with. But
They'll
I'm
be the last
wondering,
two on the ladder.
I'm
Yeah.
wondering if Javon was to win, would it be because something like maybe Dragon Lee turned on Penta for some reason, which wouldn't make much sense in a ladder match though.
I don't expect anything like that. I think this is just gonna be a
It's gonna be
spot
a
fest.
right, right. This
There's
is gonna
not
be a
much
Yeah.
spot
story going
fight.
into it in the first place. Penta just wants to be on WrestleMania. Is like, you know what? I'll take on all challengers. And then they named him, and it's like, all right, cool. This is gonna be fun.
And I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, if I was booking this match, I may have done three people from Raw, three people from SmackDown. I had some type of qualifying matches that way. I would have
They
loved to
did have
see.
qualifying
Is
matches.
Well, I would love to
when
see Phoenix in this match and see a
when
little interaction
Penta
between them Penta.
called for the match, only thing I said was, as long as Javon Evans is in, I don't give a fuck about nothing else. I
Exactly.
got my
I'm with
wish,
you.
so
Yep.
whatever
I'm with you.
whatever happens, I'm okay with. I think Pence is going to retain. If he doesn't, I think Javon is winning the title. Either outcome, I am perfectly fine with because Obafemi is taking the belt from whoever it is.
See, I think, and this is just me being selfish. I would have liked to see Phoenix in here and see if we got a little interaction with Phoenix and Penta.
Dog, it
That
is
would have been
crazy
good.
that the same company that employs Penta and Phoenix books them the way that they do.
It's criminal. Don't get me
Phoenix would have
started.
been great to
Yeah,
see
you
in this
beat
We
me
were
match.
to it.
supposed
It's
to
They
get a
can throw
criminal.
Lucha
Ilya
Brothers reunion.
Dragunov in there.
We were supposed to
Mhm.
get a Lucha Brothers reunion 6 months ago.
Hell, you could even throw
Yeah,
Carmelo Hayes in there if you feel like it.
right,
Yep.
Yeah.
man. I'm telling
We'll
you.
talk about this. We'll talk about the Mania snubs in a minute. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's going to be an interesting match. Next up is a match that I was very excited for until I started seeing what the television was looking like. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's Championship.
Mm.
Jade's been champion since November. Rhea won the Elimination Chamber to earn a title match, and it's been all downhill ever since.
Yep.
Although I will admit, Jade beating up Io the way she did on Raw got them some heat.
Yeah.
It was heat that they desperately needed.
They needed that. They really
Man,
need that.
The way
But
the
I
way
honestly would
they
have
this
had,
this
if
feud,
Io was not going to be on the WrestleMania card, I would have had Rhea absolutely destroy her to make a story as to why Io couldn't be on Mania. But going back to what T said earlier, I think they still don't know what's going on with the whole women's tag team
tag
title
team match.
situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
The feud
I
between Jade and Rhea, I swear to God, this feud should be. It looks better on paper than it does in reality.
Yeah. I
It,
agree.
it, it,
yeah. hmm
I don't know what they who I don't know who wrote this, shit, but they playing it.
Trying to
They playing
manufacture
it to the
Twitter
left.
beef was
That I that
manufacture Twitter beef was not the move.
I
Yeah.
think that
No.
it was already off on its way off the rails, and that pushed it even further off the rails. And every single segment after that, not the matches, the
The
segments
part
more
where
so
they're
the
Yeah.
bickering, where they're doing the bickering, Meechin and BFAB's involvement, which I like both of them, but it didn't need them,
it don't
and
need
B,
no
they're
and
just
B
there
No.
for Rhea to
they
beat somebody up instead of Jade.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Which, okay, cool. Jade deserves her stable of baddies. That's how she functions. I get that. It just hasn't been
But
that very compelling television.
And
but
I still think, even though I do
here's
agree with T at this point, I do think the whole Twitter back and forth was manufactured. I just think they don't like each other and they're trying to save all the
They
interactions
probably
between them for
there's
the
probably a
match.
lot of girls in that locker room that do not like Jade
But it's
either
so
for whatever reason.
and it's crazy because I was telling the Vitia this in the chat earlier in the week. It's crazy when you got, Charlotte Flair, Kiana James, uh, plenty of other women who rock with Jade, but Rhea Ripley, along with Chelsea Green and likely Nia Jax, you mean to tell me Rhea doesn't rock with Jade? Like there's you gotta kind of
They would probably be working out together, bro.
yeah, like that's where I'm like, that tells me like there might be something to this Twitter beef, but we might never know
It
how deep that
it didn't
is.
translate well to television in my
it
opinion.
No,
did
it
no
No.
didn't.
it did
It came off awkward.
and there are and their back and forths on television aren't translate well to television. Let's just call it
No.
what it is.
Yeah.
They're not.
I
We
have
have a
Jade
lot of hope.
I have Jade retaining.
I do too. I
Yep,
don't think Jade is losing that
because
title unless it's to
Yeah.
Because
Bianca.
Rhea losing this doesn't hurt Rhea, but Jade
Yeah,
Exactly.
losing this
Rhea can
hurts.
afford Rhea can afford the loss, and to be honest, the match I would have had Rhea be in, would have rather had Rhea be in. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky was the match I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Because remember, to date, despite the fact that they book her like she's the sidekick, Rhea Ripley has never beaten Io Sky.
Nope, not once.
Look,
That
I
story is
just want to
very
see
easy
somebody
to tell.
turn here. I want EO to cost Rhea the title. I just want somebody to turn.
That could happen. I think they're gonna add Io versus Asuka. I hope they do.
I'm
But
saying it's right
if they
there.
I
don't,
hope they
then
do.
it'll probably be Io turning on Rhea and
But
cost her
we need
title.
Kyrie to be free.
But somewhere in a way,
Yeah, but
this is
hang
kind
on,
of
Remy. You said we need Kyrie to be free. Free to do
Yes.
what?
they're not
Whatever.
gonna ever do anything.
Let her fight Lyra some more. I don't care.
They're not
I'm
gonna have her
tired.
do
Of,
So
I'm
I mean,
tired. I'm tired of
once
Oscar yelling at her. I'm
one
tired of Oscar yelling at
Kyrie
her.
on the main roster has never been without Asuka. Once that alliance is done, what do you do with her?
Right.
Put her with
I
you.
mean,
Did you say put her with EO?
Or
Yeah.
or who knows? Maybe they'll have Io will cost Rhea the title, and then when Rhea tries to get with Io, Asuka and Kyrie help Io take down Rhea, and then you got Damage Control back together.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that though. Damage Control was cool.
I don't know. It's either way. I got Jade putting the dub in.
Yeah,
So
I see that. I'll sign off on that prediction as well. I see Jay getting the win on this one.
I
yeah.
do too.
the
I,
match
hold
itself is
hold on.
either going to be bizarrely good or a hot fucking mess.
And
I also see the Jay haters losing their shit when she win. That's what I'm looking
You
for.
mean the racists?
Ugh. Now I have a slight asterisk. I do think Jade wins, but part of me thinks with the way that Jade and company have been whooping Rhea or whooping EO or whatever is in the mix, I am scared that Rhea might win here. I am a little scared here. And I only thought about it because my wife made a good point when we were watching Raw that Rhea hasn't won the title in what seems like a while, and
At least
Rhea
a
is
year.
the bigger
It's
name.
been only a year.
Yeah, it's been at least a year since she's had the belt. So
But
yeah.
that
She
worries
lost the
me
belt
that
to EO last March.
that worries me though that they might try to get the belt back on Rhea because Jade's reign ain't really doing much. So that does kind of worry me that Rhea might
Okay.
actually win. I don't want it, but
Who in that women's division is actually having a good title run?
That's a good
But-
point. That's a damn good point.
it
If
is
they-
a good point. I can't argue with you.
But here's my thing.
There's not a single women's champion on that main roster who is having a good title run. Not a
No, and
single
it's
one.
because WWE is horrible at booking their lower cord women and trying to bring them up.
Yeah.
And that's why I
Something's
have a
wrong.
fear possibly of
Hell,
Rhea
they have
winning,
a problem
and I don't
booking
want it.
their top card women.
But here's my
I
thing:
per-
moving the
I-
title from Jade to Rhea isn't going to fix the underlying issue as
It's
to
No,
why
it's
Jade.
not.
It's really not.
But
SmackDown's
in
women's
their
division
eyes,
has
they
been
think-
dead for over a year.
Yes.
SmackDown's women's division was dead the moment Tiffany won the title.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it wasn't even Tiffany's fault. It was because of the way they booked her after the fact.
Yes.
Yep.
Like, putting that belt on Rhea does not change the fact that y'all got all the women on that roster and don't do shit with them.
Oh, I agree, but it scares me that they might do that, and I don't want
It's
it.
a possibility. I think the match is either going to be a bizarrely good or it's going to be a hot fucking mess. Like, we're talking Charlotte and Tiffany levels of bad.
I'm leaning towards the second one. I don't think they're going to have good chemistry.
I want to
I
hold
don't
out
think so.
faith
I
for
don't
that.
either.
But
I mean, if anybody can get a very good match out of Jade Cargill, and it's not often that you see it happen. Not saying she's a bad performer, it's just she's inexperienced. Like she's she's been wrestling professionally since 2020, but she can't have more than 200 matches under her belt.
Right.
right.
So Rhea is a top level performer. Like, aside from she's popular as fuck and everybody likes her, but she's also a really good fucking wrestler. So if anybody can get that type of match out of Jade, Rhea Ripley is capable of doing so. The question is, will it happen? So we'll have to find that out next Sunday. Next up, we got the United States Championship, a match that did not need the title in my opinion, but here we are. Sami Zayn is defending the U.S. title against Trick Williams. Anything
This
other
is
than
a
Trick
travesty.
Williams winning
This is
Anything
travesty.
other than Trick Williams winning that goddamn belt, you're wasting my time.
This is a
Exactly.
travesty.
Facts.
Melo got robbed for this
I
match.
say this as a Sami Zayn fan. Anything
I
other than
agree.
Trick Williams winning
I
that
agree.
championship is
I
a
agree.
waste of my time.
Yeah.
I agree. But also, this should have been a triple threat match.
It shouldn't even been for the title. They could have ran Mello and Dragunov. They could have been let Mello and Dragunov hit a best of 7 series or some shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
let them fight for the U.S. title. And Trick and Sammy been beefing since Trick got to SmackDown. The match did not need the title,
Nope.
and
No,
they
it didn't.
hold Mello
No.
off the
They hold.
Mania
Yes,
card to
they
make it
did.
happen.
Yes, they did. They hold him off of
That
this whole ass card.
and then had a
Just
chance to
that.
put Mello back on by having him, in a triple threat, or even having Trick, interfere and cost Mello the belt.
Right.
And somebody would
Yeah.
have been Nick Aldis could have been like, you know what, that wasn't a fair shot. Mello's getting a title shot too.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly. They. Why did they do Melo like this?
And I don't care what
I
anybody
don't
says.
know.
I know that Carmelo Hayes and Kehlani Jordan just got married. I
Yes.
don't think that Carmelo asked for time off
No, he
to
didn't.
include
Ain't
WrestleMania
no way.
for the
No.
honeymoon.
No,
Well,
he
and I
didn't.
thought they said they were
That's
getting married
BS.
later this year. Carmelo dismissed all of that. But I think
Yeah.
they're getting married this year, so I think it's not even an issue of really that. They're just choosing the whole Mellow.
I thought they got married already last month.
It's his second year getting snubbed from Mania, and that's unacceptable.
I agree.
But yeah, I don't have much else to say about this match other than Trick wins the title. Anything else, you're wasting my time.
Mhm.
And Melo got hold
Next
to
up,
create this unnecessary match.
yeah.
So,
Next up, we got the Demon Finn Balor against Dominic Mysterio, a match that they've been building for a couple
2
years now.
years. 2 years. And the thing is, Dominic is winning.
I disagree.
No, I think Demon is winning.
I don't
Yeah, I
think so
think
I
because
Demon
think
they've
is
I,
winning.
hold
I
Demon
think
out for 2 matches straight. I think they're gonna hold him out again, and I don't trust WWE with Demon Finn Balor.
Nah, I don't
I'm
think
I
sorry.
don't
Dominic
either,
Mysterio.
but
I don't think he has
like Demon Finn Balor losing to Roman Reigns and Edge is one thing, but losing to Dominic Mysterio, I mean, the kid ain't
Yeah.
there yet.
Yeah, no.
I,
And
I
and
think
Dom,
Demon Finn's gonna take that dub,
yeah, Dom's
even though
preserved the
Dominic is
ass
still
whipping.
AAA World.
Like, do I
Yeah,
want Demon Finn to win? Yes. I want to be clear on that. I want him to win, but I don't trust WWE with Demon Finn. That's where I'm at. Because
that's a legitimate concern.
Yeah,
like,
that's
let's
fair.
be honest, they have hold this man's
I
demon persona out for no reason twice in big
like
matches.
Vince doing it. Vince did it. I mean, Vince was responsible both times. If
True.
I don't think Hunter is gonna do the same.
I don't think
At
so
least
ever.
if he has any sense at all, he won't.
Look here. This whole WrestleMania season has made me lose faith in creative. I
You
haven't lost
lost it just now.
100%. No. I've been complaining about that bullshit for weeks.
You sure
And
about that? We've been complaining about that shit for decades.
I'm talking about WrestleMania. I'm not talking about the other shit I complain about.
I said what
That's
I
a whole
said.
ass list. That's a whole ass another list
Yeah,
of
have a
them.
long list.
All
Even
right, fair,
even
fair,
after Hunter took over, I still had complaints. Don't get it twisted. I
fair
was
play.
happy he took over, but because here's the thing, I will hold anyone to the fire. I will go to AEW and complain about them. I don't care. If I'm gonna watch you, I'm gonna point out the good and the bad. I don't give a damn. So trust me, I'm with you on the whole. Yeah, WWE's booking sucks, but as far as WrestleMania 42 build up, ugh,
No, it's
Todd
been
Carbine.
horrible. I think yeah,
Yeah.
it shows that Demon Finn can lose, but I just don't think Dominic Mysterio is beating him though.
No, and
If they
Dom's
announced
had
the
the ass
demon
whipping
before the
coming.
match, if they announced the demon before the match just to have him lose like that,
man.
like bro, it's kind of hard to care about the Finn Balor character. Like the wrestler is awesome, but it is hard to care about the Finn Balor character already.
Yeah.
Doing this is not going to help anybody. Dominic can afford the loss, and to be honest, he's been asking for this ass whooping for
Yeah.
years.
2
now.
years. 2 years.
Like Dominic's character needs to be fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
He needs to do a
Yes.
whole lot of fucking
Yeah.
around, and then he needs to find out.
Yes.
It's a simple
Yeah.
story to tell, and it works. He's that heel you want to see get beat up because he's always doing bullshit.
Mhm.
I want
Yeah.
his mustache to take the pin. but I know it won't. That's where I'm at. I want his mustache to take the pin. That's where
Oh
I'm
my
at with Dom.
god!
That's where I'm at with Dom. His mustache is a
All
whole
right,
ass tag team partner for him. Make him make it take the pin. No,
that's diabolical work. All right, so next up is the main event for WrestleMania Sunday, and a highly anticipated one, in my opinion. We got the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk defends the title against Roman Reigns. Roman won the Rumble. Punk has been champion since November. They have been beefing. You know for a fact they legitimately do not like each other in real life, and it is for the most part translated over very well onto television. Like Roman flat out said to this man, "I hate you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm choosing you." And
Yeah.
technically, their characters are both still baby faces.
yes,
So I think that
but
makes this a bit more intriguing
but
over,
this,
well,
but they
for
make it work.
many
You see what I'm
reasons.
saying? They might not like each other, but they make it work. They
Yeah.
use
Yeah.
it to their advantage, and
Punk
I
Yes.
haven't
Punk
seen
has
anybody
shown
do this as well in a while.
Punk has shown a history of he loves working with people that he cannot stand in real life, because then that he knows that translates to good television. He knows how to
Right.
make it translate to good television.
Exactly.
Cases in point, Jeff Hardy, Triple H, MJF, Drew McIntyre, all of Punk, Seth Rollins. Some of Punk's, best feuds have been against motherfuckers that you know for a fact he cannot stand. So, he's like, you know what? I hate this guy, and I get to punch him in the face and get paid. Let's
Right.
go.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
And I'm here for all of that. I'm here for every last bit of that.
Yeah. So, the this is probably the hardest match to predict, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that it's going to be very good not in terms of like technical wrestling or whatever, but just in terms of
No,
like
it's
the
gonna be fun.
WWE's dramatic style.
It's gonna be a
Their
fun.
dramatic flair, especially in the case of a lot of Roman Reigns matches, where it starts really slow paced and there's a lot of monologuing and there's going to be a lot of shit talking, and then things pick up, and you start seeing a bunch of interference and wild shit. Obviously, the Usos are going to get involved.
Yeah.
Now
At
the
Yeah.
some
question
point.
is, what do they do and how does it affect the outcome?
I think it's
I
gonna be
personally
whatever happens,
believe,
it's gonna be more so Jay than anything, or anyone rather. I think it's gonna be more so Jay getting involved.
but
And
actually, before I put my prediction out there, where y'all stand on it?
Oh man,
I
I
see Punk retaining, but there's gonna be a lot of shenanigans
Oh, they.
from the Usos specifically.
Mhm.
yeah, and that's kind of what I was leaning towards. I'm like, I think the Usos try to get involved, and like you said, Remy, I think Jay specifically is gonna be why Punk ends up retaining.
Yep. And that's gonna
Jay.
piss off Roman.
I got Roman winning, y'all. But
Well, you biased.
Oh
I
snap!
got Roman winning.
Oh,
Okay,
we got ourselves a fighter.
I don't know
interesting.
how they go about it, but I got Roman winning here.
I mean,
I can't think of
Roman
any other
Roman ain't
reason
losing.
besides
Three straight WrestleMania main events.
Ari, whatever his name is, just making the call that hey, Roman is winning.
Oh god.
Roman ain't losing three straight WrestleMania main events. Cody can do that shit, but Roman ain't gonna do it.
Or The Rock coming. Part of me thinks we're seeing The Rock some this week.
I don't.
I don't want to
Ugh.
see it, but part of me thinks
I
he
don't
can
want
get it.
no part of.
We have more than enough.
Yeah.
We
I don't
don't
ever want to see
need.
Dwayne Johnson in a WWE ring ever again. I know it's gonna happen, but I don't ever want to see
I'm
it.
s-
I'm over.
man, that's why we fail. That's why we fail. Because you know what? Your
I'm
time is done. And what you did last year should have
I,
never happened. Stay
It's
your
The
ass in the
Rock.
boardroom. Stay
he
your
is
ass where
selfish
you
as
at.
fuck, and he wastes my. He's
You
selfish
Yep.
as
waste
fuck.
all our time.
He starts telling stories. He doesn't finish them, and therefore he wastes my time, bro. I'm
Yes, he
good.
wastes our time.
I
He
just feel
wastes
that
our
though,
time.
like these weeks that have gone by, there's just been little seeds planted as to why The Rock may
That
be coming back.
And I see what you're
that
saying because I know Punk
in
mentioned Rock in the promo this past Monday,
Not
but
only that one, but you remember when? Okay, think back. What was it?
oh, the
Well,
bald fraud promo, right?
well
From
that,
last year?
but
the bald fraud.
the mania where they had the tag match Cody and Rollins versus Rock
40.
and Roman. So WrestleMania 40. So they had that, and the that whole situation with them was because Cody said something about the Rock's family, and it led to the whole big blow up, and him yelling at Triple H, have him talk shit about our family again. Y'all remember that at the press conference?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
So
And Punk been
I
firing
think
off about
when
that fan.
I think when
Yeah.
Punk
Yeah.
mentioned Roman's father, I think that was the first scene, and then every promo has something to do with The Rock, and I think ultimately
And
we're
how the
leading
family
into
can't
The
get
Rock.
nothing done by themselves.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Yeah, so I
Oh
think
Yeah.
no.
ultimately
Yeah.
we're
I
leading into
agree.
The Rock
I agree,
popping up.
Bryce. Oh
The
no.
issue I have
We
is
don't
every
need.
year The Rock teases a match that he's never gonna have. First
Yes.
Yeah,
he
and
was
I'm
teasing the
tired
match
of
with
that.
Roman, and then he was teasing the match with Cody. Like, bro, shit or get off the fucking pot.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Stop wasting my time. Like you like that hot girl we bring in the bed. She started taking her clothes off and shit, and then she's like, you know what, I'm sleepy.
And then I'm like, what has The Rock even been doing here
Like
lately?
it's
Like,
like bitch,
as far as I know,
my dick harder than
Bro,
he's
you
not
my dick
filming
so
good?
a
hard I can
movie
chop
or
cocaine in this
anything right
motherfucker.
now.
And you out
So
here
Bro,
doing this
bro,
bullshit.
bro, T, you good? Who hurt you? Who
my
hurt
dog
you?
said, "I'm getting this
What's her
hurt out right now,
name?
damn it."
What's her name? Who hurt
I
you?
Yeah, bro. But
I
with
might
the
need some
like,
Explain.
therapy.
is
You
The Rock
might.
even filming a movie or anything right now? Like,
Moana.
what is he doing
Live
right
action
now?
Moana.
Oh,
Oh,
they're
that's
all right. The
right.
live action Moana. Don't get
Oh,
me
So you
okay.
started on
might
that.
be right, but because I've seen pictures from it, and I'm like, so
You know what I think is gonna go down? I think Punk is retaining. I think Roman is gonna expect the Usos to help him, and then Jimmy thinks about it, but Jay decides not to. And that
Hmm.
distraction is gonna lead to Punk beating Roman and retaining the title, which will lead to Roman crashing clean the fuck out on the Usos. And Jay eventually beats Roman to, come the new
to
title shit.
ascend because we've been waiting for that match again. Well, we have had
Yes.
that match before, but it wasn't main event
At
Jay.
some point, I think Jay is going to beat Roman one.
I think that's
Question
coming.
I'm
The real
wondering
question
when
here
is
is
Jimmy gonna get his chance to shine a little bit?
He is a
Because it's
ruiner
always
that
just
does not
Roman
deserve
and Jay.
anything.
Oh,
He
come
ruined the
on.
entire women's division because he couldn't keep it in his pants. And look at where we at now. So no, he don't get no more chances. No more chances for him.
He
No
getting a
more
you know
chance.
what
chances for
Naomi just had the baby, didn't she? She'll probably back in maybe a month or two.
I think I've
goddamn.
seen
Because here's
pictures
the
of
thing:
the baby
before
posted
before
online.
September, we were better off with the women's division than we are now. Because every week her promos was fire. She was having the
Well,
time of her life.
she was single
She,
handedly making the division better.
that's what I'm saying. So this is Jimmy's
Hmm.
fault. No, no, he don't get no chances. No more chances for him.
You know what? With that in light, Mike, I might be leaning more towards Stephanie Vaquer retaining because Naomi was on her ass up until her pregnancy.
Yep, she
Yeah,
was.
no,
Yeah.
Naomi is coming back
She
soon.
dropped that. She yeah right, and she didn't lose the belt. She had to
No, she
She
relinquish the
just
said,
had
belt.
to vacate
even
it.
if I gotta breastfeed this baby, I'll still whoop your ass and
Yeah.
take
Yup.
my belt back.
Yup, yup.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. I'm
Me
waiting.
too.
Huh?
Me
I'm
too.
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to think about that. Mm. But yeah, I think Punk is going to retain just because I don't. One of those world titles is changing hands at Mania. And if one of them has to change, I think I would rather it be Randy over Cody because at least,
Yeah.
even as much bullshit as it's going to be with Pat McAfee's involvement, I will still take Randy Orton winning a world title over Roman Reigns winning a world title because Roman is going to go away. The whole
Yes,
Exactly.
reason,
yes.
the entire reason that championship was created in the first place was because Roman was undisputed champion and wouldn't defend his title all the time.
Right.
Yep.
That title was made because Roman didn't want to come to work. If
Yep.
Roman wins that championship, that very championship which
That
was
was
created because of him doing that shit, and then does that shit with the title. Some people can call that heel heat. No,
go
I call
away.
that just
That's dumbass.
not even go away. It's defeating the purpose.
Yeah. Big time.
Right.
Big time.
Right.
All right, so here
It
I have a
defeats the
question for
purpose.
you guys then, and it revolves around both world titles actually. It do y'all think that we're heading towards some type of WWE versus TKO civil war type story?
I hope.
Ew.
I
I hope.
hope not.
Me too.
I
I
hope
hope not
not.
Who
also.
who
That
Nobody.
sound
who
Nobody
sounds
asked for
would
this
terrible.
want to
much
fucking
conversation.
represent TKO?
Randy Orton and Roman Reigns.
The guys who were rich long before they got involved?
Oh
Shit.
gosh. Unfortunately, that
Maybe.
would make sense, but I don't want to see it. I
Nobody
don't
It
want to
would
wants it.
see it.
it would
Nobody
have to
wants it.
it would have to involve The
And
Rock at
shame
that
on you.
point.
And shame on you for putting that out in the ether. You just as bad as Joseph.
No, no, no. Joseph is worse. Joseph's stuff actually comes true.
This
Everything
is
that I
just yeah,
predict never happens.
Hey, look,
okay.
Hey,
Okay.
look, bro.
You're
After the
using your powers
Danhausen thing,
correctly.
Joe Stradamus can't be stopped.
Yeah.
And I'm mad that he mad about it. Like you said it. You could have shut your damn
Right, like you put this into the universe.
yes.
Now, okay. So we got our predictions out the way. Can we talk about the snubs from WrestleMania this year?
Oh, let's get
The people
into it.
that we cannot believe have not had a match booked on the card yet.
Carmelo
The
Hayes, Oscar,
EOS
Io Sky.
Io Sky and Tiffany
Mm,
Stratton were the defending champions last year.
yes.
Yes.
Both retained their titles. Neither
Yes.
have a match.
Right.
Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful.
Like
Ilya Dragunov.
right.
Bro,
Yeah.
Julia is the only champion on the main roster who does not have a match at Mania, and I don't think she's going to have one. I've
I
been
don't
seeing her do
I
interviews where she's talking about where she's excited to compete at Mania for the first time.
well, Truth and Priest don't have a match
unless
either.
look here.
I mean, I don't expect them to.
Right.
No, me neither.
Right. Like you
Yeah,
got
I
Hey,
don't
you
look,
ever.
you
if nothing
you
else, be
got ha
thankful the
ha ha ha
MFTs and
ha.
Wyatts don't have a Mania match.
Oh
Thank
They
god.
got
God.
the pre-show match.
Thank God. We don't even want that pre-show match.
Yeah.
Let them do that
And
shit
I'm
Right,
on
that's
telling you,
SmackDown.
I'm
coming.
telling you, the SmackDown that I went to live last year that they did in Nashville was a pre-show for some pay-per-view, and it was the same match. It was MFTs versus Wyatts. That is one of the
Ugh.
matches for the go-home shows for every pay-per-view for like
I
over
think
the.
that was the one before War Games.
No,
I
I
rem-
think it was before that. It
no,
was
you're
The
right
one
because
before
they
War
did. It
Games,
had
it was a
match.
Survivor Series match.
It was a because it was
It
five
was the
randos.
MFTs against
It
it
was
was the
it
one
was
that
Sammy. It was
MSDTs
Sammy
versus
Nakamura and I think the Machine Guns.
the one
eh,
that I went to saw the
yeah,
Wyatts. It saw Joe Gacy and oh my gosh, who's that blonde
Dexter
headed guy
Loomis.
that was married?
Dexter
Dexter
Loomis.
Dexter
Loomis.
Loomis.
It
Yeah.
saw them beat Solo and Tama, I think it was, or maybe Jacob at the time for the tag titles.
Golly.
It was a
But yeah,
while
so
ago.
like Carmelo Hayes is infuriating. Why does Io Sky not have a match yet? You
That's
know,
crazy.
And that's just the
it,
people
it,
without belts. I'm sorry, but I have always been a firm believer of if this is your biggest show of the year, all of your titles should be up for grabs. All of
because the
you
titles that
have
aren't defended, you're telling us that they're not
they're
important enough to
unimportant.
put on Mania.
Exactly. So
Exactly.
why are
Like
they a top? Why do they exist?
I already knew the women's U.S. Championship was
Getting
it's
screwed.
crazy because that belt came out first, and that's the one that's not getting defended on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's fucking crazy. In fact, the Women's United States Championship has never been defended on a PLE.
It's crazy.
And it's
They might as well just
frustrating.
scrap
Julia
that
is in her
title.
second reign as champion. And when was the last time she even had a fucking match?
Tiffany,
Was she even on TV last week?
I don't think so.
I don't
Mm.
think so, but the week before she had a
Jor-
match with Tiffany.
Jordan
Because
Jordan Grace.
Let me pull up
Jordan Grace and
The Joe
Julia.
G website.
I feel like
Jordan
once
Grace
she
and
come
Julia
back,
could throw down at
I feel
Mania if they would give him a chance.
right. Well, Jordan is injured. I'm
Well,
No,
she just
no,
got
she just came
cleared.
back.
she just
She
got
just came
cleared.
back. She just worked a match on the dark match before SmackDown on Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Vitia
okay.
had
I'm glad
mentioned that.
I'm glad she okay now. I'm glad Scott. Look, that's my girl.
Let's see.
I'm a Jordan Grace fan.
Julia,
Yeah, me
She's
too.
great.
United States title.
So it's that's the Mania card as it stands. The build up to this year's Mania has been lackluster.
I
Very
mean,
that's an
if that,
understatement.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
if
We've
that
got
if
we've
that's
got one
gonna
more week. We got one more Raw, one more SmackDown. They've got one last chance to try to sell us on this shit. And
Yeah,
Raw
that's what they
might do it.
did.
I expect SmackDown to shit the bed even harder
I
because for
just
whatever
hope.
reason,
I just
SmackDown
don't.
has become a competition of how can we make this show
Shit
worse than it
worse.
was last week.
How can we waste 3 hours? That's
The
what
fact that they
SmackDown
had
has
an
become.
overrun. How does your show have 3 hours? You have an overrun.
Yeah, like
There is no
what?
mind you. This is a week where Dynamite had a half-hour overrun.
Yeah.
Raw
Yeah,
had
for
Dynamite
no
about two
yeah
and a
for
half
no
hours,
reason.
and SmackDown had an overrun on Friday. What the fuck is going on?
Bro, I kept looking at my watch like,
Right, why ain't
what's
this
going
off
on
yet?
right now?
Right,
Yeah,
why
me
ain't this
too. I
off
was like,
yet?
huh?
What the hell? Why is it still on? Like, I
Bruh,
I didn't even know they
Jade
could
and
do overruns
EO,
on USA Network.
Jade and EO, the match started at 10:55, and then they went to 9:55 for us Central Time people,
Yeah,
and then went to commercial break.
yeah, right. I was
What?
like, huh? Yeah, I mean, I'm like,
I watched it on DVR recording. My DVR cut off. I didn't even see the end of the match.
oh shit.
I said, "Fuck it." I said, "Fuck it. I'm good, bro. I've had enough torture."
man,
I
that
don't want to see if
like
he
I
cut
wasn't
off
even
when Rhea
like
Ripley was putting down that
normally.
boot.
Normally, I will watch like the
I
whole.
ain't see shit that happened after that match. I'm like,
Man,
"Fuck it. I'm
I'm
good,
telling
bro.
you,
I don't even care."
I kept coming back to it. Like, why is this shit still on? Like,
man.
and that was
If
after.
you
And that
have
was after Pac said what he had to say. I'm like, I don't want to see nothing else on this
if
show.
your show is 3 hours, you can't manage your time like that, bro. You not
Wrap it
doing
up.
your job
No.
well.
Wrap it up, C. Wrap it
No,
up.
SmackDown feels like a whole chore to watch
It
here
does.
it
lately.
does.
Yes.
It absolutely is. It's been, and the crazy part, it's been the worst wrestling show on TV for well over a year.
Yep.
Yeah,
And nobody
Like it doesn't
told
matter
them
if
to
it's two
extend it
hours.
back
It don't
three
matter if it's
hours.
3 hours. I don't know what it is. They don't give. That show has no creative energy. It is long. It is boring. It is frustrating.
I'm
It
gonna
is
tell you the truth.
agitating.
One of the only
Here we
reasons
here
why I
we were
still watch
blaming
that
Road
show
Dogg
is
for
because of
everything, and
this
now he's gone, and
podcast.
it's still unhinged.
It.
Road Dogg was never the only problem. I'm sure he was a problem,
Right.
but the biggest problem isn't even Road Dogg. It's not even Triple H. It's TKO and what
yes,
they've done with this entire WWE product.
Yep.
It's so commercial, so corporate, so soulless. All the stages look the same. They're handing you advertisements every 5 seconds. We have ads on pay-per-views.
Yes.
yeah,
Pay-per-views have commercial breaks. What the fuck is going on?
Yep.
You have 5 match
Or
PLEs. The show goes 4 hours, but you get 5 matches that probably go 2 hours in actual match length. And then the rest of the show is just entrances, ads, and bullshit.
yeah.
They got to spend 10 to 15 minutes of every show showing you what D-list celebrity on a fucking Netflix show is in the crowd that night,
Yeah.
or what
That
right.
UFC
Which
fighter who
hell
ain't
to
never
me.
touching a fucking belt is on there.
Right.
exactly?
See, luckily for me,
It's
after that atrocious SmackDown, I was able to rinse that away with Rebellion, which Rebellion I do think was an A show. I would grade that an A.
I'm actually in the process of watching that now. That I just finished the Moose and Secret Agent Zero match, bro. Secret Agent Zero is wild.
Mhm. I think
That the thank God for TNA, because as much as I complain about WWE, or I'll complain about AEW, and still find things like it.
WWE
It's
is
good to have
really
as a wrestling fan, watch other wrestling.
Yes,
If you're going to be a wrestling fan, watch other wrestling. Don't just watch WWE. Don't just watch AEW. Hell, don't even just watch TNA. Watch other stuff. Watch you some CMLL. Watch you some TNA. Watch you some AAA.
Right.
Watch you some indie wrestling. Watch some
Yeah.
stuff from the UK, Australia, wherever it is. If you sit here and say there's no good wrestling out there, you
No, that's not.
you don't
That's
want to
never.
watch wrestling.
I'm
Not
sorry.
looking
That's
hard
never
enough.
gonna be true. No matter what you watch, that's
That's
never
never
gonna
going to
be
be true.
true.
There's always
exactly.
good wrestling out there. You just
You
have to
just
go
gotta.
find it, and it's
Right.
easily accessible.
and I don't
Because all these
I
indie companies
honestly
are
don't
putting
know
like
the people who are fully behind every decision that WWE is making right now. I'm like, you must want
you
to
can't if you're enjoying the show for whatever reason, fine, that's on you. But you can't sit here and tell me this is good.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm like, you
Right.
have to just be a tribalist at that point. And
Yes.
WWE can do no wrong. And there's
They're
still the
no
number
better than
one
the AEW
promotion
sickos, bro.
in the world.
Yeah,
Right.
But I'm like,
yeah,
you have to be able to admit when the product is garbage. And it's garbage right now. The product is
It
yeah.
it
for the most part is
absolutely
garbage right
is.
It is.
Like we, as a wrestling fan, I watch out of hope and habit. Like I don't know how to stop. I love wrestling so much, no matter how bad it gets, I'm gonna watch. I can't help it.
Like
I
WWE
love
right
this
now,
medium
it's
that much.
Yeah.
boring. It's there's too many celebrities, like y'all mentioned earlier at the store. They don't have enough trust in their own
It
people.
feels like
They
it's
got to
an it's
bring
Yeah,
just
that's
an
what
dirt
I'm
and bring
advert.
them
saying.
upside.
It feels like it's a big ass advertisement with a little bit of wrestling in there.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to
I
be
don't
that
like
way.
being. I understand that we are customers, but don't treat me like one on your television show.
Yep. And I think that's
And
why
that
I
that Pat
watch.
McAfee promo on Friday was like that entire segment was one of the worst things I've ever
That
seen on
it,
the show.
Oh,
it
If
that shit
not
was
the worst.
trash.
Yep.
actually pissed me off because I'm
I
like,
was
why are
very
you up
offended
here
by
telling
that.
us
You
how to
got this man
feel?
talking about Attitude Era and
Like,
25% off
like
for
you don't get to
Dodge Ram. Like
like. Here's the thing: you don't get to tell me how to feel about a product I put money into.
Yep.
You don't get
Exactly.
that. You don't get that. And if TKO think that's the route, then fuck them.
Yep.
Cause,
Yeah.
cause
they're
like,
pricing
Straight
out
up.
they're pricing out their customers. They're constantly, and this was one that goes back to because they've been doing this for years now. I remember when they were bragging about having sellouts every week. Like
Yeah.
this is our 37th sellout in a row. They're not doing that anymore.
no, they are
Now
not.
they brag
They are
about
not.
we've made so. They're not even bragging about the gates for the show. They're not even bragging about the attendance. They're bragging about the gate.
Yeah.
They'll be like, we've set a gate record of 700 million something dollars, whatever the fuck. And I'm sitting here like, nigga, why should I care that you're making
Right.
all that money?
Yep.
Right.
It'd be exciting if you could be like, we have this many people in the building,
And I think
but
that's
instead
why
you're over here
I
talking about
watch
how
the
much money
big
you're making.
three. I watch all three. I watch WWE, I watch AEW, and I watch TNA because I'm gonna get a little
Same.
bit of what I'm looking for. And
Yeah.
if I had to pick one for the complete product right now, it's TNA. TNA
It's
has
TNA,
everything I want.
I would
absolutely.
agree with that. I would agree with that.
WWE does not do enough. AEW does too much. TNA hits that sweet spot.
Yeah, they do.
Their impact does not feel like a waste of time. It usually builds stories that they pay off at their monthly shows, and then the monthly show will have about 7 or 8 matches, and each match has a coherent story. The main event is usually solid. You're always guaranteed a good banger for the X Division title.
Because
Like
it's
you
so
are able
weird. It's
to
like
you know what
WWE
to
PLEs
expect from
come to the
TNA.
street store. AEW PLEs are obnoxiously long. Pay-per-views, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Obnoxiously
and
long.
Dynasty is in a couple of hours, dog. I'm gonna need to
Yep.
take a nap
Yes.
before that show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yep, I got to start getting ready for that marathon that we're gonna have with
Yeah, me
Dynasty
too.
tonight.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And Dynasty
So
has
like
it's not a pay-per-view that I want to miss because the card it
the
looks fire.
card is
Yeah.
stacked.
Yeah, that's why I'm checking it out tonight. The
You got
card's
you
good
got
as
you
hell.
got MJF and Kenny Omega, John Moxley and Will Ospreay,
Mm.
I think
the
even
Young
Vatia
Bucks
mentioned
against
earlier that
Okada
she
and
may watch
Takeshita.
Dynasty.
Yeah, she did mention that. Vicia
So
did
and if
mention that.
Vatia is gonna watch the show, that card is stacked.
Yeah.
That is a stacked card. Like
Yes.
at least with AEW, they may do too much, but you can tell they're trying to give you your bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Yes. And I
Yes.
agree with that. That's
Because they're
something
trying to give
Phyllis
you your.
mentioned, and I
Tony
agree.
Khan has said in several interviews he tries to give you his crowd, fans
Audience,
their
yeah.
money's worth. He's like, if you guys watch wrestling because you like wrestling, we're gonna give you a fucking lot of it. You paid what, $60 to get to the show? You're gonna get a lot of good fucking wrestling for that $60.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, you don't need to do all that, but I appreciate that you're trying.
Right.
If they would just, if AEW would just, uh, a couple of shorter matches, a couple less matches, and a couple maybe shave an hour or two off the pay per view, especially because you're doing monthly pay per views now. That'd be better.
Their
But
pre-show, their
if those are
pre-show
my
doesn't
only,
have to be. Don't they have like a pre-show and a 0 hour?
yeah,
Like 2 hours.
yeah,
Yeah.
they have
Yeah, they
zero
do.
hours, like 2 hours, and they'll spend like the first hour talking about the show, and then the second hour will have the actual wrestling.
Mhm.
So that's good too for like the live crowd who people were getting in there early and they're having a seat and they're like, okay, well, what are we gonna do? Oh, there's a couple matches going on. Cool.
And I'm hoping
So
that
you
tonight
can
they don't. I'm hoping that they don't do that thing where they transition from a match in the
there
pre-show
it,
into
it's
the
it's coming, and what I think it's gonna be is it's gonna be the fucking national title match between Jack Perry and Mark Davis.
Mhm.
Mm.
Like, at least you can tell AEW is the way the show is booked. They're trying to appeal to their fans. I don't think WWE is. I think WWE is trying to appeal to their corporate overlord.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
that's
I
been
will
my
give.
over.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Bryce.
I was gonna say that's my overarching theory for about a year. Theory, no, Austin. That's been my theory
And
for that's my theory for a while. Even with like going to the live shows, like I've had this theory since I went to the last one about a year ago now. It was like 2 weeks before last year's Mania. I could almost feel the shift when I was there live, and I know a few of us have been to the shows in the past year or so. There was a big difference even in the crowd. Like it's not all diehard wrestling fans. It's more people who are just going for maybe one person or two, but the fans are so different now too, and it just shows in the attendance.
They
Looping
it
in
shows in
what
the
people
attendance.
are saying.
They're not actual wrestling fans. They're
Yes,
people who are just, oh, this is a show in the area, or a bunch of influencers that are just trying to get likes on
exactly.
Instagram and TikTok and shit. And it's why, and it shows because you can see these crowds, they don't react to shit half the damn time.
No, and that's my exact point. When I went last year, I felt it, and I'm like, why are y'all not reacting for this more? Like I got kids there.
Or did y'all come here just to sit on y'all hands and look at y'all phones? You're spending all this money to just be there so you
Yeah.
can say you were on TV.
right.
Exactly.
Like I if you're gonna, I've said it before. I'm like, if you're gonna watch wrestling, you have to be a wrestling fan. There's no
Yeah.
casual in it.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
not for you, because if you don't really like wrestling, you're not gonna care about any of this. You're gonna either think
No.
it's dumb, or you're gonna make fun of it because of the F word.
Yep.
And I don't like that WWE is trying to appeal to those people. Like, they're trying to get Tom Brady involved at WrestleMania.
Oh God.
Tom Brady, a man who's been on camera
Oh
talking about
God.
how F word wrestling is, and how it's lame and shit like that. That's not how you get people invested in your show.
I agree.
Having Pat McAfee talk about how WrestleMania is not sold out, and then blaming the fans. I mean, and then trying to blame Cody as a corporate champion is not how you fix that. Having CM Punk go on camera and be like, "Hey, TKO, lower the ticket prices." He's echoing fan sentiment, which is going to be even more insulting when they never fucking do that.
Right.
Right.
It's nauseating. Like,
Yeah.
it just, even when TNA and AAA are working with them, you can tell TNA and AAA are trying to appeal to their fan bases.
Yeah.
Right. And what worries me, like,
AEW tries to appeal to its fan base. New Japan is trying to appeal to its fan base who likes their style.
Yep.
WWE is trying to appeal to a bunch of people who don't give a fuck about wrestling because they have money.
and that's what worries me, especially when you like even tease someone like Tom Brady, who I think they came up with some merch ideas for him. Like that's what scares me. It's like, why are we appealing to these celebrities who disrespect wrestling and don't, especially shit. Ronda Rousey is a great example that's in that mix too. Like, why are we
Mhm.
trying to appeal to
Yes.
these people instead of people who actually care? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the like aspect I put with the celebrity stuff. Give me more little yachties and more people who actually care versus people who you can tell they're just there for the check. They're just there for the bag.
Shit, I would like them to bring fucking Cardi B on the show one fucking time. At
Yeah.
least you can tell at one point she was a wrestling fan.
Yeah,
Right.
Yep.
exactly.
And
And
the
I
only
think
thing we
I
got in
think
her was
that
the SummerSlam song. Like, come
she
on,
Yeah,
hosted
Bray
when
SummerSlam
they
Wyatt.
did
did the
right?
commercial with her and Bianca back in the day,
Yeah.
or you could
Yep.
have shit. There was that time Kat Dennings was thinking about being a wrestling fan, but then she got slaughtered by the fucking the AEW sickos on Twitter.
Yeah.
I will never
Right. That
forgive them
still
for
Ugh,
that.
pisses me off.
ugh.
I think
Like,
that this year,
it's
if WWE keeps going the way that they're going, this is going to be the year that you see a lot of people jump ship to the other promotions, at least the ones that care about the wrestling aspect.
or they're just gonna. I have a friend who just doesn't watch wrestling at all because of it. He only watches WWE, and then when WWE's bad, he just doesn't watch wrestling.
Yeah.
that that I think is likely, to happen to it, because sadly
Right.
for a lot of people, WWE is the face of wrestling, and when they think
Mhm.
Yep.
wrestling, they think WWE. That's what it looks like to them. They don't know how to watch or anything else. I feel bad for those types of fans. I feel like you're
I
doing
do
yourself a
too.
disservice like that, but it's a reality for some people. So it sucks the way it is, and the product could be better. Even crazier, I think it's not going to change until, the only thing that's ever going to make these things type of things change is when they start making less money.
Yeah.
They're not even
Yep.
making money because of the show's attendances or pay-per-view buys or who's all streaming the show and everything.
Right.
Like people are pirating them. People are pirating that stuff. Not none of us, but people are pirating that stuff
Yeah.
nonstop every damn day, and they're still bragging about record profits. They're making all these money because of all these TV contracts and brand deals and corporate synergy and all that other nonsense. It's not about wrestling anymore. It's a brand. It's a brand that does a little bit of wrestling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I see
It
they're trying to make max profit, and it's just they're alienating a lot of people who have watched WWE for years because it was a wrestling
mhm.
product at one point.
The
Exactly.
thing is, sooner or later, that bubble is gonna burst. There's only so much money that you can siphon away from people before they eventually just be like, you know what, fuck this, I don't want to be here anymore.
Right.
And the
Right.
attendance is gonna drop. They're gonna make less money off the gates. They're gonna see their subscriptions drop, and when that happens, TKO isn't gonna be like we need to adjust our approach. No, they're gonna fire some. They're gonna blame somebody down below.
Yep.
At that point, it's gonna be real interesting to see what happens to Triple H and
Hmm.
his creative team.
Yeah.
Because I think he's going to be the first one to fall on the sword. He'll probably be relieved when it does happen. Because I can't imagine that he's happy with any of this nonsense.
Me either.
And
I
and even
can't
worse, it's
either.
another thing I wanted to talk about with the people who will be like the bring back Vince crowd.
Ugh,
Oh, the Vince McMahon would never. I'm
Why?
like Vince McMahon, like,
that's
bro,
what
look,
I'm about.
WWE is bad right now. It is not 2019 WWE bad.
Right.
It is not Vince McMahon WWE bad. Vince McMahon bad had you not watching the shows. You'd watch the fucking pay per view because they would recap everything because they're just giving you rematches.
Right.
Like we're not seeing Roman Reigns playing around with dog food. We're not seeing fucking pregnancy and abortion angles and miscarriage angles.
We're not seeing Thanksgiving
We're
matches.
we're not
Right.
seeing Bobby Lashley and Lana cucking Rusev.
Right.
Like we're getting some boring television. We're not getting that level of stupid television.
Exactly.
And then on top of that, the We Love Vince crowd brags about how great he is. Who do you think sold WWE to TKO in the first place?
Right.
Yep.
He didn't do it because he wanted the show to be better. He didn't even do it because he wanted to make more money. He did it because it was a way for him to stay in control.
Yep.
Yes.
Because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, that man don't even care about money. He cares about control. WWE was his playground. It was his view of the world. And for what 50, 60 something fucking years, it was his playpen. He could do whatever the fuck he wanted and couldn't nobody stop him. And then he fucked around and found out. And at that point, he was doing whatever he could to scramble back and siphon his way in and take control and shit.
Yep.
And when he couldn't do it, he was like, you know what, to hell with it. If I can't play in this pen, neither can you.
And two, I know that's something Joe was wanting to talk about was how interesting it was that Triple H for that first year or so, he wasn't even fully in control. It was still Vince behind the scenes, and they were
Right.
still communicating about it. Triple H, Nick Khan, and Vince.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that the post with those text messages.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All that nonsense with Janelle, all that shit they were doing to Janelle Grant,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
like that. The less I have to talk about that, the better.
Yes, for real.
But yeah, so despite the fact that the build has been lackluster, there's still a couple of matches to get excited for. It's WrestleMania at the end of the day. This
Mhm.
is our Super Bowl, so we're gonna find a way to be hyped about it. Okay, so if you're gonna watch the show, watch it with some friends, have a good beer, get some chicken wings or whatever. Make sure you're having a good time. Do whatever you can to enjoy that. And if you
Make the
don't want to
best
watch
of
it,
it.
yeah, make the best of it.
That's all you can do.
Just
Yeah.
yeah, we all wrestling fans. We just want to watch good wrestling.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
About all I got.
Yeah, I think we touched on everything Mania related, at least
Yeah.
prediction wise.
Yeah.
Yep.
Theory
Ultimately,
sucks.
yeah. Yeah. Theory sucks, and
Theory is
ultimately,
hot.
whack,
Whack.
Right.
whack.
Whack.
I like Theory. I'd like to see him doing
We
better in a couple of years.
forgive you for that.
I will say, with Theory, I thought that he was decent when he was a heel as a US champion. But then they destroyed him after that.
Yes, yes, he
Yeah.
was.
The
But
worst
when they
Money in
put
the
him in
Bank
that
cash in of all time.
yes, when they put him in that program with Seth, that broke him. And when they tried to put him back on with that match with Cena, that did nothing.
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 Imagine having a
Nothing.
Money in the Bank briefcase and saying, I could get a world title shot? Nah, I want that US title.
I mean, to be
And then
fair, he was
and
never
then they
gonna
did one better. Not only did he cash in for the US title, he lost.
Yep.
like. Here's my thing: he could have cashed in and lost to Roman.
If you were gonna do
Right.
all that, you might as well cash in and lose the Rome. That's what was insulting about it.
Right.
Like Jay wouldn't even let him lose to Roman. Like we know he gonna lose. Let him go ahead and cash the damn
Like
thing in and lose to
Yeah.
Roman.
I need to know whose idea that was. That was in
Like
like late 2022,
he
so
would
it
have.
probably was still a Vince. It was
Yeah,
probably
I was
still
gonna
a
Yeah,
say
Vince
that was
move.
it
a
had to
Vince
have been
thing. 'Cause
Vince.
Vince, I guess Vince had become sour on him between.
Vince was high on Theory. It was Hunter when
Yeah,
Hunter took
At one
control
point.
over him. That's where the shift in his booking happened. Because when Vince had him, Vince booked him to be U.S. champion. Vince put the Money in the Bank briefcase on him. Hunter just didn't give a fuck about him and hasn't shown he's cared since.
The only connection that comes close to that one is Baron Corbin trying to catch in on Jinder Mahal. Even just not enough
Ugh.
ring.
Oh man, that had me pissed.
no,
Oh god.
Bruh.
That was back
Oh
when
my
Baron Corbin
god.
had hair. What is
Ooh.
his name now? Dyer or something?
Bishop
Bishop
Dyer.
Dyer is the name
Yeah,
he goes
Bishop
by.
Dyer.
I believe him and Dijak won the tag titles in MLW.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm pretty sure.
Dijak
Fun
need to
fact:
go back.
he also runs a little coffee shop.
Dijak need to go run back to
And he can
NXT and
cook.
get that imposter that's impersonating him. I swear to God, he do.
I've seen him on the grill cooking them steaks. They need to bring back Dijak. Dijak was fucking great.
Like,
yeah,
look
that was
here,
my guy, man.
look here,
Dijak
look
was
here.
good.
We need a vigilante right now. I'm just saying, especially in NXT, especially considering it's a dude wearing all his old gear right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tony D. Like,
yeah.
No,
oh,
no,
Josh
not Tony.
Briggs.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
hell nah.
yes. You
Josh,
know
Nah.
he,
Josh Briggs
you
is
know he
prop.
wanna be his. You know he want Dijak to be his daddy so freaking bad. The
It is
way,
so hard to
listen to his
watch.
promos.
NXT's
He
big man are
he
horrible
wants
right now.
he wants to be
Yeah,
Dijak number 2 so bad.
They
he really
they
It
does.
did
hurt.
lose Obafemi and Trick Williams in one fell swoop. That did suck.
And Javon.
So yeah,
Anjuron.
we'll get more into that stuff next week.
We have for a big week of wrestling, y'all.
We're
Hell
about to get
yeah,
A
man.
ready.
Mhm.
huge week.
We're
I
about to
am
get
going to be
everybody
exhausted.
Mania.
I'm
everybody
going to
get
be
your
exhausted
coffee.
for the next like
e-
2 or 3 weeks.
Everybody get your
Yeah.
coffee, your energy drink, however you need it, cause this finna be a
Yep.
long
If
ass
if
week.
you don't like wrestling, don't be on my friends list.
I'm saying.
Facts.
I'm saying,
Facts. This is the week for it.
man.
This is the
This
week
and that.
for it. We finna be live.
Honestly, yeah. This week and next week,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cause that all roll.
Next 2 weeks is gonna be wild.
Yeah,
Yes.
we gonna be
Man.
tired.
All right, are
Gotta
we getting ready
love.
for our naps pre-dynasty?
Yo, Remy probably on nap 5 by now, ain't
Yeah,
you?
I'm about to go I'm about to go
I'm
get
finna,
something to eat.
I'm finna go nap. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I thought.
yeah.
I
And
might. We'll see. But
All right. Ready to take us away, be the man?
all right, let's take them home, man. All right, y'all. Appreciate you guys for listening to us this week. Get our WrestleMania predictions in. Let us know what y'all think about this year's WrestleMania. Y'all think it's good? It's not. Let us know in the comments below. As always, hit that like button if you're watching us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Share it, all that good stuff. Share it with your wrestling friends, and get at us on Spotify too. We over there too. This is your boy BDaMan of the Bad Boys Podcast with my peeps Mike B, Thornton Talks Wrestling, Remy Not, Nicholas the Bro. We peacing out, y'all.
I
Peace.